The Alex Jones episode is no longer in the ecosystem. I think black people got to be pissed off about this. People are done with the quarantine. Male virginity on the rise. Yes. You know what I mean? Like you getting pussy at 15 years old, 14 years old. Talking about people that should kill themselves. Do you think Kylie Jenner should kill them? What's up, everybody, and welcome to Flagrant 2. It's your boy Schulz here with Akaash Singh. We got AlexxMedia, Mark Gagnon. A truffle is with us for a little bit, and let's start the show, ominous, man. He's with us for a little bit. He got something to do.
What's gonna happen?
He got so annoyed when you said it, though. You didn't see his face.
He was doing. He got a little. He
didn't want it.
Motherfucker told me he got to take a call.
Which is so funny because before the pod, he goes, "Hey, Andrew, so I'm just gonna sneak out. Like, we'll change the camera so no one sees me."
What's that mean?
So no one sees me leave, and then immediately you go, "Yeah, he's gonna be leaving real quick."
Yeah, let him walk through the whole camera.
I'm gonna go through you
to the single. Let him walk to the. That's the motherfucker said, "Yo, I gotta leave work to do other work." What the fuck is that? Hey, babe, I can't make it tonight. Why? I gotta cheat on you. I got some pussy.
I got another date. Another
but
date.
I'm letting you know that I'm cheating on you.
Yeah. I got you. I appreciate you.
That's sweet.
So, Truffle is here for the moment, and listen, we got some crazy news, man. Some of y'all probably know this already because we posted about it, but the Alex Jones episode is no longer in the ecosystem.
We were told it would happen.
We were told it would happen, and it happened. It has been taken down. This is how serious YouTube is, right? Mm-hmm. Not only has it been taken down, on YouTube, there's a function where you can download videos so you can watch them without internet, right? Similar to Netflix and all these other, I guess you download a few so you can watch them on a plane or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
They removed it from people's downloads.
Holy shit.
That's kind of crazy. That means they're going off the internet into your phone and then removing it from your phone.
That's crazy, yo.
Because once you download it, it should just exist
on your hard drive.
On your hard drive.
Yeah.
Unless you connect back to internet, then they can go in and get it.
That's what they probably did.
Yeah. If you never connect it back to internet, you can keep it off.
So here's the crazy thing, right? We're like, fuck it, we're uploading that shit again. Only problem is we didn't take our server down in Miami. Server's still in Brooklyn, New York. So the Alex Jones episode is gone, everybody.
Wait, really?
Man, that's how
never happened.
Wait, are you being serious?
Listen, hey, bro, it's priceless. Priceless out.
What do you mean?
That's the Mona Lisa, dog.
That's like losing bitcoins.
Dude, we lost our laptop of Bitcoin.
We got Max Kaiser'd out this
Fucking
bitch.
A, man.
It's gone forever?
Yeah, every episode's gone. We use YouTube as our safety deposit box. And then YouTube was like, I had to make a little bit of a I had to withdraw some episodes from your feed.
Fuck.
We thought they were just gonna, what was the term, Al, you used? Like they were just gonna leave it in our video folder.
Yeah, like private.
Basically make
like
it private.
When your teacher takes some shit from you and then gives it back to you at the end of the school day.
Exactly.
Nope.
We thought we were getting punished.
We still in class, bitch. Hey, it's detention.
So, because we were having this talk, we're like, fuck it, we're going to make an NFT. Yeah. Like, you know how we're into this NFT bullshit. This is obviously fraud. Get into that whole nonsense. I figured out why it's fraud. It took me a little bit, but we were about to be fraudulent anyway.
Yeah. Hippocrates, bro.
Hey, yo, it's hypocrisy.
I really like this embracing hypocrisy thing.
Hippocrates is really down to trash NFT, and then by the end of this episode, tell y'all what I'm about to NFT. I just want to let everybody know so we're clear, all right? I'm NFTing Dove's seat for the rest of this podcast. We're going to NFT everything. So,
do you think NFTs are eBay? What's going on?
I don't know what it is. I don't think anybody knows what it is, yo. It's the greatest hustle. I was speaking this whole weekend with NFT experts. Like, I was literally going all in, right?
Yeah.
Truffle was taking me around to these different fucking parties. We're on boats talking about NFT, and I'm like, why we gotta be on a boat? Like,
so you know,
like, just get on a boat. It's a whole thing. And I'm like, nah, I'm on the couch. Everything's fine. So we move on. We're on this fucking boat. And we're talking NFTs, and I'm like, I'm loving this guy who's explaining NFT.
Yeah.
He's like a really sweet guy.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at him as he's explaining to me. And there's like a moment like where both of us are like, should we just admit that this is a whole like, at what point do we just acknowledge that we're both just lying to each other and we know there's some money to be made off of this shit?
Isn't that what you would have said about Bitcoin though?
Yeah. but I'm in, baby.
Hippocrates.
It's Crypto Cowboys.
Bro, I'm cowboying out this bitch. Pew pew.
So I want to get to this NFT thing because I did figure something out I want to talk to you guys about, and I spoke to my genius friend Ben Uyeda, who we're trying to get out here. He's just got to get vaccinated. He's really hiding out in Joshua Tree because of Asian hate. He's terrified to walk the streets, bro, because the Asian hate, bro.
Crazy.
Son, the Asian hate. They out there hating. So Ben Uyeda is in his Maker Ranch in Joshua Tree.
You just telling everybody where he at, yo.
Bro.
I know, bro.
You just telling everybody
He is on Joshua Tree Lane Street,
You just gave the location.
apartment number 8552.
Look for a bunch of container houses.
If you felt like hating an Asian, definitely don't go to the Container Hotel near Joshua Tree, where there's an Asian guy who's got a great body. You're not going to hate that Asian. You're going to look at that motherfucker and be like, he's fine.
Nah, that's Asian lust. That's Asian lust right there, bro.
Lust.
That's 100%.
No, but we're trying to get Uyeda out here. He had an interesting point. He had a lot of interesting points about the whole NFT space, but I want to get to that in a second. What the fuck should we do with this Alex Jones app, man? Even though it's gone, what should we do with it?
We can't get it. Nobody got it. Somebody got it.
Somebody got to have it.
Somebody got it.
I feel like there's a version of this somewhere out there that we could get our hands on. And let's say hypothetically we can't get our hands on this thing that does not exist anymore. I mean, this is the fucking Mona Lisa. Some people have said it was the greatest podcast episode in history. The #1 most funny podcast episode in history is now wiped from existence.
There's no question it's the funniest Alex Jones interview that's ever happened.
There's no question. Some might say the funniest interview that's ever happened.
I would.
So would I. We agree on that.
Multiple people are saying this. Y'all realize that? It's people
How many
saying
people need to say something before it's true?
Dozens.
Dozens, bruh.
Uh-huh.
Dozens.
A few dozen.
Facts, yo.
So, what should we do with this? Let's say hypothetical, we could find it. Let's say by some like strike of incredible luck, we find a fucking SD card that has it or some shit. What should we do with it? Do we go straight NFT?
Yeah, I think so.
Do we throw it on a page? Could throw it on a Patreon. Then get kicked off Patreon, most
For
likely.
sure, get Patreon. For sure.
But if we throw it on Patreon and then they ban it from Patreon, then that NFT's worth even more.
But then we also would probably get banned from Patreon.
Yeah,
We have to maneuver. We have to
I
have a
don't really like
contingency
that.
plan in place.
I ain't think about all that.
What if someone else already NFTs it?
They can't
Why?
because it's ours.
That's
We don't
true.
have it.
Yeah, you just told everybody we
But it
don't
was
got
ours from the beginning.
Yo, it's
Mark.
like when you catch. Yo. Hey,
I think
when
you're
you.
exposing why NFTs are complete bullshit.
I don't understand how this works. Okay,
Not because you're not buying it from them. You're not buying it from us. You're buying it from some
Also,
guy.
we could,
It's not
we-
ours.
It might be minted onto the blockchain, but we could probably sue them and be like, yo, you're NFTing something that you do not own.
Yeah.
No, you
Yeah,
have to
you're
get the
right.
cosign from the creator, but we'll also throw in the bottle of
thought
alcohol
you were pointing at
behind
me.
you.
I was like,
no,
chill,
behind
Doug.
you.
Yeah, we're
Don't
throwing
throw
Akaash
away
in.
that Jameson bottle that you guys were all
we got
swigging
an
out of, please.
We're going to NFT a picture of the bottle. This is why NFT is such bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stupid.
Can we just get to why NFTs is horse shit before we sell our first NFT? Such fucking horse shit. Same as Clubhouse, you fucking dorks talking on Clubhouse.
I tried Clubhouse. I couldn't
What
do it.
nerds are on Clubhouse?
you had a good weekend. I like it. I like it. So I like it.
It was nice and relaxed, bro. So, okay, here's why NFTs are bullshit. Absolute horse nonsense bullshit. And I think they're all propped up by the Twinkle Vosses, bro.
Horse.
Yeah.
It's horse
Yeah, don't come at
nonsense, bro.
fellow crypto cowboys, dog.
Yo, these crypto
That's
cowboys.
friendly fire, dog.
Here's
Don't
the
shoot
thing.
at your own.
You know what? You're 100% right. Let me back the whole shit up and let me talk about everything from the beginning.
Yeah.
I invested in Tesla, right?
Let's go. Let's go.
I invested in Tesla.
go.
'Cause
He bought
go.
10 shares.
I'm an investor.
Fucking
I'm
loser.
an investor in Tesla. Okay.
Fucking
Why you gotta share shame him, son? Like,
Why you
just share shame it, son.
I'm getting a little piece of the game, bro.
Got his feet
I
wet and
hate
shit.
the way you presented that. I'm an investor in Tesla. Bro, you invested Thursday. You ain't no fucking
How many shares do you have?
2012
How many
How many
shares
investor.
do you
shares you got?
How many shares?
I got 24.
I got more than both of you guys.
Wait, really?
Dove, why you doing that to me,
Yo,
yo?
Dove, don't you got to call somewhere, son?
2 minutes.
Why you share shaming, dog?
You know what?
Hold on.
Should I go now and check on my 180 shares of Tesla?
Oh, shit.
If I had known,
Fuck you.
if I had known that you
Oh,
had
shit.
that many shares, if I had known that you had, how many did you just say?
Yeah, I know. Did y'all just
Dove
look?
rich,
He's
yo.
poor. This motherfucker convincing me he's poor. I'm letting him stay in the fucking pool house, and he's sitting on a goddamn gold
You
mine.
begged me to
Hey,
stay in
hey.
that pool house, which we're now going to call the casita, so we're going to make it sound
First of all, I
classier.
never begged you to stay in the
Begged
pool
me.
house.
Andrew, it's okay. You love me. You can
I
tell the
never
world.
begged you. I just told you I literally removed your refrigerator privileges this week.
What, he was truffle picking in your
Son,
fridge?
he
Literally, they asked me to go pick up
Stop
some
it.
snacks for the
motherfucker
barbecue
bought
and get
frozen
mad.
pizzas, bruh. He's taking up the whole freezer
That's
with
most
frozen
obnoxious
pizzas.
food.
I got a whole fiance. She don't want to compete with fridge space, and this motherfucker got Elio's boxes.
Yeah.
No, cauliflower pizza from Trader Joe's
Ain't
is
no
pretty
cauliflower.
fire.
You got Elio's, bro. I told Al this on Sunday.
Yeah.
You shop like a juvenile, bro. Elio's frozen
That is some
pizzas.
bachelor ass shit.
Put
Yeah.
the Jew in juvenile, dog.
Yeah.
Facts, dude. I didn't.
Call me what you want. I still have those 180
Anyway.
shares that I bought in 2010.
So he got 180 shares. Doesn't matter. Who cares? It's worth nothing.
Do you want to know what it's worth?
What is it worth? What is it worth?
$126,000.
How much?
$126,000.
I don't feel bad. This motherfucking scumbag don't even pay his student loans, bro.
Bro, what?
Just sucking off the government.
Wow.
Pay your student loans. You loser.
He's frozen. He's frozen, bro.
You know what I'm
Froze
saying?
on that one.
Yo, you snitched on him so hard.
I know.
There's a Fannie Mae you got, son. How many shares of Sally Mack? Is it Sally Mack?
Sally, you rich motherfucker, dog. I don't even know this bitch
nothing
name,
about
dog.
it. I would know nothing about it.
Instead of
Why? You
I
know they
get
named
so-
after some bitches always asking for money. You know, they definitely did that. Nah, bro, you don't really
I get
own
so
those
much
shares if
mail
you
from this
got
bitch.
debt.
I think she lives with me. I'm like, how you pay?
I'm
Have you
not
paid that
cashing
shit
them
back?
out and paying the
Most
taxes.
of it, yeah.
How much you got left?
Very little.
Like what?
Couple thousand, I think.
And you're not just gonna knock that out?
Nah, I'll knock it out. I'm trying to put money into crypto right now, guys. What we talking about?
Anyway, so back to this shit.
If I'm the student loan bank, I'm so pissed off at all you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'm like livid. If I'm Fannie Mae, I'm like, you can't pay off our
it's
loan.
Fannie Mae.
We gave you
Get it?
money to
Respect
go to
her.
school. They gave you money to go
they
to school.
gave you money, bro. They
It's a
risked their
hustle.
lives.
And then you're like, oh, I want to put money in Ethereum.
yeah. nerd.
Hey, these are the terms of the deal. You don't dictate what I do with all my money. The terms of the deal.
Did you say Fannie Mae?
There's
Yeah,
Fannie Mae. and
yeah,
Sally Mae.
There's
all
Fannie,
got it.
no,
right.
no, no. There's
Yo.
Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, Sally Mae. Two different. What's happening?
I don't know what's happening right now.
I'm just slow clapping that Akaash got a new shirt.
Son, that's not new.
New shirt.
That's not new.
No.
I'm just so used to the other one. This one looks
This
new.
is the one I hate the most.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Al
I
hates this
hate
shirt.
this shirt.
Al
Why you
hates
hate this
shirt.
one?
You didn't grow up with the
It's
Sandlot?
so
He never watched The Sandlot. This
Yeah,
kid.
but it's not
He
a
wasn't
good
allowed to watch
depiction
white
of the
people growing up.
Sandlot.
Why not?
I don't look at it and think the Sandlot.
That's
I
'cause-
look at it and think
It's the
like,
most appropriate
Yeah.
shirt ever.
Yeah,
He's from the
exactly.
fucking Sandlot.
Hey, Al, it's my
That's a
culture,
good one.
dog.
Son, let him live a little bit, bro.
there's not enough camels on it.
Hey, whoa.
He's got
Al.
a bat and shit.
That's
in that
offensive, dog.
Oh,
You took
yeah.
it too far.
Police.
My bad.
Got justice or
God.
whatever.
I love you, bro.
Asian hate, bro.
I know. I got
was
it. My
Asian.
bad. My
Yo,
bad.
stop it.
Yo, you
My
know what's
bad.
mad funny? Yo, son, you did not just bow. Yo, where was all the Asians when you Asians were getting hated on after 9/11? We didn't hear a peep from them, huh?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a
Where
good
was that
point.
Stop Asian Hate hashtag then?
Yeah, that's a good point.
You were the forgotten Asians.
We are the forgotten Asians.
You really are.
Hey, guys.
Nobody even refers to y'all as Asians, bro.
I know, bro. Us neither, to be honest with you.
That's fair enough. That's on you guys. All right, but back to this NFTs being bullshit. Okay, so I'm a shareholder in the company Tesla, right? I'm a partial owner of Tesla now. And,
Let's go.
I am a partial owner of Tesla, right?
You are,
and I didn't buy in when it was cheap, like a fucking fiat, like you fiats. I bought in when it was expensive.
Yeah.
I opened up TD Ameritrade one day, and the Tesla is usually the color green,
Yeah.
and the numbers was the color red. So I was like, it's time to get in.
Go
Yeah.
time.
Right?
Go
Yeah,
time.
what's
Let's
that
go.
called?
I invest. It's called being a smart shareholder.
Smart shareholder. Yeah.
Exactly, right? It's called being an investor, venture capitalist.
He
Buying
texted
some
me-
dip.
he
You're buying
texted
some
me,
dip.
And the amount he was putting
I'm
in,
an IVC, investment,
he was like,
venture
fuck it, I'm
capitalist.
putting this amount in. And I was like,
Yeah.
do you know how rich you are and how insignificant this amount is?
Yeah.
It was such a little kid amount. Fuck
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
I'm going in.
I went all in on
It's
that.
like me being like, fuck it, I'm getting Chipotle.
I damn
I'm
near-
getting guac. I'm getting fucking guac.
Son,
I
go
got
with guac.
son.
That's come on.
I got guac.
All right, fair enough.
I got a text from Elon.
Really? What
Word.
Hey, it said
He's
where
like,
the rest
"Thank
of
you."
where the rest of the money probably is what he's
Say it.
asking. He said, this it? You fucking bitch. You pussy.
Rest of my money's locked up in, Bat coin. Bro. I did put money in a coin called Bat, bro.
And I got fucking Algorand. What's that?
Bat's been killing it lately. Started a whole fucking pandemic and shit. I figure you got to bet on the Bat, right? Anyway, so I invest.
Andrew's really be the only person to go broke on crypto. Bro. Everyone's
That's
making millions of
100%
dollars.
true.
Andrew's in
Motherfuckers.
Batcoin.
So I invest in this Tesla shit, right? Then I go online, and then there's this gold bug. His name is Peter Schiff. They call him the gold bug, right?
Yeah.
We spoke about him. And he's the guy who's all in on gold, right? And he starts talking shit to Elon. And he was like, Elon Musk invested in blah, 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 blah. You can leave, Truffle. Go take your call. So he was, you can invest in crypto if you want. He hates crypto, right? He goes, you can invest in crypto if you want, but you see what happened to Elon Musk's company after he put, 1.5% in Bitcoin. His company is taking a tumble. No other big companies are going to do this. You got to be crazy to do it. And Elon Musk responds with like eggplant emoji, and it was like a fun little Twitter thing. But when he said that about Elon, right, I took it personal, son. Like, So
You talking about your company?
that's my company, son. Like,
Yeah.
and I understood in that moment, since I'd never invested in anything before, like I could be objective, not because I was being an objective person. I just didn't have any skin in the game, right? So I could talk shit about Elon on a random podcast or talk shit. Once you have your money and your future tied to a company, it's so hard to be objective. Now, everything Elon does, I'm like, hell yeah, that's how you run a company. You want to smoke on Joe Rogan, smoke on Joe Rogan. If you want to
That's a good
dig
point.
holes under the ground, dig holes under the ground. I'm completely unobjective. Is that the word?
Yeah.
I'm completely unobjective about Tesla because I'm invested in it, right? And I realize that applies not only to Tesla, that applies to podcasts, that applies to content creators, that applies to musical artists, that applies to if you've dedicated tens of thousands of hours in your life to Michael Jackson, right? Or tens of thousands of hours of your life to a church, tens of thousands of hours of your life into anything, you are so invested that if anybody criticizes that thing, it's a criticism of you.
True.
So you can't be objective.
True.
So the knee-jerk reaction is to immediately defend a Michael Jackson or maybe a R. Kelly. Like you need so much negative press about that person in order for you to remove yourself. Because if it's true, you feel dumb.
Yeah, you got duped.
You feel like you got duped, and we would rather not be duped.
Yeah.
Excuse me. We would rather not be duped than we would rather not believe we're duped.
Yeah.
I guess than accept that we are.
Yeah,
Lack
it's
of
just I'm
better-
admitting I'm wrong. I put my money on the wrong horse. I'm Team Elon over Jeff Bezos. If I bought Amazon in 2005,
You'd be Team Bezos.
It's Bezos all day.
So I guess that's my thing. Is like we knew when we invited Pomps in here, we were like, this guy is not going to be objective, and we didn't want an objective viewpoint. We wanted the viewpoint of someone who was so fully committed to it, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a break for a second because I got to make sure your armpits smell good. All right, and most of your armpits smell like absolute dog shit. And even when you're using deodorant that is basically killing you. They're trying to kill you. You're gonna die. So you ready to not die? We're gonna go with Native. Okay, Native is risk-free. Try every product. Comes with free shipping within the U.S. plus a 30-day return and exchanges. It is absolutely great smelling deodorant that is natural and is not going to kill you.
It uses real products, coconut oil, shea butter, like actual things instead of like aluminum or whatever else and nonsense they're putting in.
Why would they be putting aluminum in
I don't know. You ever read?
Seems like it would be expensive. Like, why are you adding like precious metals into deodorant?
I don't think aluminum's that precious, to be
not.
honest. We be baking cookies on it, so I don't think it's that precious.
Yeah, that's a good point. Why don't you at least put a precious metal in your armpits if you're gonna actually use
you're right.
metal,
Put some
right?
gold.
Come on, bro. Use some silver. It's not worth anything anymore. Anyway, guys, I'm telling you, if you need your deodorant delivered right to your house, and why would you not have that? Okay, why are you gonna go to the fucking store just randomly to buy one thing? That's the most annoying thing about deodorant.
Oh, yeah.
Is having to leave your house to buy one single item, because if you walk around without it, people look at you like you're a Neanderthal.
That's true.
Okay, so you have to do this right now. Trust us with your life. Make the switch to native today by going to nativedeo, that's DEO.com/flagrant, or use the promo code flagrant at checkout and you get 20% off your first order. That's nativedeo.com/flagrant, or use the promo code flagrant at checkout for 20% off your first order. Now let's get back to the show. I guess what I'm saying is that there's a way where this is where we get into the NFT space. When you're fully committed to a company, right? You want to do everything that could potentially pump the value of that company.
Yes.
Right? Like, I was talking to Uyeda and he brought up this example. He's like, for example, like Twitter is thinking of buying CNN. Y'all heard about that, right?
Did not hear that.
I would
Maybe.
love that.
Maybe there's whispers of it, right? But he goes, if Twitter buys CNN and that lifts Twitter's stock price and the overall valuation of the company, an amount that's higher than what they purchased CNN for, it was the right move.
They won, yeah.
So what they're doing is when you're committed to your company, you want things to go well for that company, even as a shareholder or an investor.
Yes.
And now with the internet, we have the ability to essentially pump up the companies that we're invested in.
Okay.
It makes perfect sense for Pump to be a social media activist, if you will, for Bitcoin,
makes
because
great sense.
he's all in on Bitcoin. But you could also trust his motives because since he's so committed, he's not going to pump and dump.
Okay.
Right? Because
enough,
if
yeah.
he pumped and dumped, then he loses out. Well, I guess he could make money off the pump, but
And well, he's on social media, so you can hold him accountable
a little bit
all
more,
the time.
right? So then we go into the NFT space, right? NFTs have to be sold at this current time in a cryptocurrency called Ethereum,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Ethereum is a crypto, just like Bitcoin, just like anyone, that has value, and that value can increase or decrease, right? How do you increase the value of a currency, right? By flowing liquidity. Remember the velocity of money conversation we were having? By flowing liquidity into that currency.
Okay.
Right? So the more people that are interested in buying Ethereum, the more valuable Ethereum is going to be. Go, go, go.
So the more people who own Ethereum, the more interest they have in pumping up NFTs because NFT transactions happen in Ethereum.
Or the other way around, right? In order to buy NFTs, you need to buy Ethereum first.
Right. Yeah.
So if it looks like everybody who buys NFTs becomes a millionaire, well, we got to get into the NFT game.
Right.
And if you're a collector, you got to get into the NFT game.
Yeah.
So now as a collector, you buy your Ethereum first, and then you buy the NFT. The NFT almost functions as a marketing tool for the
Ethereum.
crypto itself. I bought Ethereum only because I was like, ooh, this NFT thing is kind of popping. I think it could spike.
Yeah.
So I'm not the only one that did that.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't some super smart investment move. I bet a bunch of people are like, oh, this NFT thing is going to be a craze for a little bit. Let me buy some crypto and NFT. Not even to buy NFTs, but because so many people are going to be buying Ethereum, right?
Right.
This is where we get potentially nefarious. And we go back to the Twitter CNN argument. What if you're, let's say, the Winklevosses, right?
Yeah.
And you have tens of billions, maybe hundreds of billions of dollars invested in cryptocurrencies, not just Bitcoin, but Ethereum.
Yeah.
Would it be worth it to you to throw $100 million at this NFT market to inflate it?
Yeah.
You would only need to make $101 million in the value of Ethereum going up due to these NFTs in order for you to be profitable.
Right.
Could this NFT market be completely inflated?
Yeah.
Right? By people who are pot committed to the crypto Ethereum.
Yeah.
If I'm an Ethereum holder, if I own the company itself, like I'm Vitalik Buterin or whatever the fuck, I'm going, yo, do we have a marketing budget? Give me $200 million, buy a bunch of bullshit fucking art that's not worth nothing, because there's no exclusionary value to it. The whole reason you buy something is because it is exclusive to you.
Right.
And the fact that you could JPEG any of these things now is no longer exclusive.
Right.
Right? If I have a marketing budget of $200 million, I'm throwing it at these NFT things. I'm building up that Beeple shit. I'm doing bids that are real, but they're also not real.
Yeah.
You start an NFT.
Yep.
I start an NFT. I'll buy yours for 1,000 Ethereum. You buy mine for 1,000 Ethereum. Now you're worth 1,000 Ethereum in your art, and I am, but we're equal in money.
Yeah.
There's no trade processing. There's nothing. We just gave each other.
And people are looking on the outside like, yo, they made $1 million worth of Ethereum on these NFTs. We should get into NFTs. And we just handed money back and forth.
Boom.
We just switched accounts.
So it's switching money back and forth. No real reason to you're not going through any real middleman, right?
Yeah.
I think that you can just trade the Ethereum directly. Maybe there's some small processing fee or something. Who knows? But it's a great marketing tool for a crypto because you have to have that crypto in order to access it.
Yeah.
And it almost makes it look like this is just beginning. This is the future. And in order to be part of the future, you got to own this currency.
Right.
The only pushback I think somebody who's all for NFTs would give, I think, is that because everything's on the blockchain and you can see all the purchases that are being made.
Sure.
So you can see the fucked up shit if oh, you're just buying that and then he's buying it right back. So some people would be like, nah, but the fact that it's all transparent, then that can't happen. But my thing with it, which is what I asked Pap, is nobody's checking this shit.
Exactly.
Everybody said, yes, it's transparent. You can do it.
Al.
What website do you go to check it?
How do I check the Ethereum blockchain?
I don't know.
You know how to check the Ethereum blockchain? They act like the Ethereum blockchain is Times Square. You just go look at the numbers.
Just look at it, yeah.
There ain't no website for that shit. Right? How do I just look at what's mint? And also, it's one blockchain, the Ethereum blockchain. Do you know how many tens of thousands of transactions probably happen on that? Yeah. It's like finding a name at the Vietnam Memorial. You're just going to be looking through that shit forever till you finally come across your grandfather who fought in the war.
I would assume it's more streamlined than that, but here's one thing I will say. I agree with what you said, and it's all completely possible, maybe probable.
Yeah.
That doesn't make NFTs not valuable, though. Yeah. That doesn't mean it can't float the entire market into the point where NFTs just become the way we invest in art.
That's 100% true. The thing about art, and this was always my issue when it came to NFTs, I'm not saying that it's not possible. Ben Uyeda had a great idea for an NFT that I'll get to in a second. But the thing about art, right, is the fact that it is exclusive to you. Mm-hmm. Right? Like you own a piece of art, that is yours.
Yeah.
It's exclusionary value.
Yeah.
You could own this JPEG, but if anybody else can just copy the JPEG and post it there, it's not exclusive to you. The Mona Lisa is exclusive to whoever owns that Mona Lisa and has offered to give it to the Louvre for whatever reason. But they could also put it in their bathroom and it is exclusive. And then the only place that you could see it is you. And I think that we'll see another version of the NFT. Like we were saying, I believe in the blockchain technology and I believe in the verification of goods. But right now, the idea of like a digital asset being worth something because it's more because it's verified, when all of us know that there's really no difference in this other thing, right? It's just going to lessen the value a little bit. Go.
Maybe you addressed this in that last point. Tell me if you did. I think it still has value because of something you said earlier, which is we are so invested in like the podcasts we listen to and whatever other digital media. It's all digital for the most part, everything we consume. Yeah. So digital art doesn't seem like much of a stretch, and digital memorabilia from those people that we're so invested in. If Joe Rogan NFT'd his Alex Jones episode, and you got the fans of Joe Rogan and the fans of Alex Jones, they're going to want that shit emotionally. That's from these guys that I worship. I've invested tens of thousands of hours in.
No,
I'll pay.
100%. People are going to pay for things. Like people buy things on Fortnite that aren't real all the time. So people pay real money on digital things. There's no question. And another point I just want to bring up, like when it comes to like, why would you throw $200 million at a cryptocurrency? Like what would be the advantage of that? Well, if you got into Ethereum when it was worth 1 penny and now it's worth $1,700
and you have 1 million shares
and you made
way more than whatever.
So you have all this money that's not even really real. It's just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Right. Like, like the people that got into crypto right now are just millionaires, multimillionaires, billionaires. So they have all this money that's in crypto that they know that they didn't really earn. So they're willing to throw it around a little bit because they literally, the cost of it was fucking pennies. You know?
Can I push back a little bit?
Yeah, go.
couldn't the S&P 500, who has more money than any of these crypto guys, do the same thing with the stock market? Stock market's been up throughout the pandemic for the most part.
They did.
So that's
what the stimulus is.
Yeah.
Why do you think the stock market is going up? Because they're inflating the fuck out of it.
So isn't it the same thing as it's happening no matter where you put your money?
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is it's not real.
Yeah,
You're peeing on yourself, and eventually you run out of pee.
Yeah.
And then somebody got to deal with them wet pants.
Yeah.
And usually it's not the rich motherfuckers that got to deal with the wet pants.
100%.
Usually it's the poor motherfuckers that got to deal with it. And it's the poor motherfuckers who get in at the end like, I'm going to make some money off this NFT art. And then once the house of cards falls, it's all a house of cards. Like every economy is a house of cards.
Yes.
But usually the house of cards falls on the poor people who get in last because they're like, oh, fuck, I can make money on this. Like, we're getting in last. Like, when we're out here talking to these motherfuckers on boats, they already made millions on it.
Yeah.
Like, we're at the end of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're not at the end, though.
We're like in the middle. Because there's a big portion of the society.
You're sleeping on how many people. If Bitcoin is the economy, which economy do you believe in more? If Bitcoin becomes the economy that wins, a lot of motherfuckers are gonna have gotten in way too late.
Put it this way: like if you want to look at where the beginning and the end is, you look at what the peak value of the currency is going to be, right? And right now, in order for us to double our money on Bitcoin that we just bought, Bitcoin has to go to $120,000. Correct. The people that got in early.
Oh, they were early.
They got in when it was pennies, right?
Yeah.
So, like, if you look at the lifeline of Bitcoin from 1 penny to 120,000, we're at the very, very end.
Correct.
You know.
Now, if it gets,
you see what I'm saying? Here?
We're definitely
like even for Bitcoin to go to 1 million.
Yeah.
We're still in the last 10% of the lifeline of Bitcoin compared to the person who got it a penny and now it says 60,000.
Yeah, no,
there's.
I think what I'm saying is that percentage of people that are going to get in when it's at like 150,000 is way higher than you realize. So relative to the pennies, guys, we are fucking paupers, but we're still getting in at a decent time.
What I'm explaining is not the amount of people that get in.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
the value.
The value.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah,
and
I get that.
The reason I'm looking at the lifeline in terms of value, not in terms of the velocity, I guess, is just because of how much you can make out of it.
Yeah.
Because we're having a discussion of like who's really made money off this shit.
Yeah.
So these people, like, can you do the math real quick for Bitcoin to go from 60,000 to 1 million? How many X that is?
Mm-hmm. I think it's 16 times.
So 16 times,
Yeah,
right? Like,
check.
so if Bitcoin goes from now to 1 million, let's say it goes to 1 million, which would be crazy.
Yeah.
That's 16 times the money. The people that got into Bitcoin at a penny have already made what? 60,000 times 100. What is that? 60 million X?
Yeah.
Their money?
Yeah.
So,
no, I know.
So in the lifeline,
About
we are
6,000x.
They've already made what?
Like if you got in at a penny,
Yeah.
and it got to 60,000. Oh, actually, no, excuse me. No, I think you were right.
Yeah.
60 million X. That's fine. Let's go
60
with that.
million X. So we can make 16 times our money.
Yes.
If it does the greatest thing that will ever happen to Bitcoin, we make 16 times the money. They made 60 million times their money.
Yeah, they're shitting on us. They're
Right?
shitting on us.
So that when I say we got in at the end, this is still a good time to get in because more investors will be in. Yes, I'm not
agree.
shitting on that.
Yeah.
But in terms of who's really made money on this,
Yeah.
that's
Trying
why
to-
other currencies are almost more exciting.
You know what was cool about this though? What's cool about Bitcoin is normally the people who control everything are the same people that have been controlling everything for hundreds, maybe thousands of years.
Yeah.
This crypto shit, as far as I know a ton of people who got rich as fuck, early as fuck, who have no association with those guys. And now they got real money. My homie, Rohit, who has Bitcoin, will not tell me how much he has. That's how I know he's richer than anyone I know.
So here's my thing. Go, Al. You had a question, then I'll say something.
Still, even those people who got in super early, who are probably just looking at their account and it's like some crazy number, it's still just a digital number that they can't do anything with.
Well, they could sell it into dollars.
But they haven't been because they just want to keep seeing it rise.
They have that much confidence
So it's
in it.
like, at the end of the day, yes, you have a lot of money, but until people start pulling that shit out, it's worthless.
And then what happens when they pull it out?
Then it pops, and then everybody who
Right.
wasn't smart to pull it out early loses their money.
Sure.
So it's like, this is a balloon that's going to pop one day. Eventually, one of these motherfuckers who are sitting on billions is going to be like, I want to trade it in for cash. And that's just going to fuck up the whole system.
I don't know. I can't make the full connection, but I know if it becomes the currency of choice, and that's just what we go off of. When he said, like, I think there's a point in which we stop even thinking of Bitcoin in terms of how many dollars it's worth, and it's just how many Bitcoin do you have. That's the future he foresees, whether that happens or not. That's when it becomes, I don't think it's impossible.
It has to get more stable.
I don't think, it has to be more stable. Like, here's something that you got to think about. A currency needs to have some ability to be stable. Now, Bitcoin is the most stable of all of them. But like, let's say you're getting paid weekly in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And you build your lifestyle around this weekly salary.
Yeah.
You can't afford your salary to take a 20% hike on a random Friday.
Correct.
Because your lifestyle is built around a secure amount. When you get paid in dollars or British pounds or these things, there is still that security. Yeah. Even though we all want to believe, the dollar's going down and all this other stuff, there still is something to be said about the fact that you can have a fucking $100 bill and you can go to a nightclub, you can pay for that shit. There is security there. So we are maybe... Who knows? Maybe it's 5 years away. Maybe it's 25 years away. But we do all recognize there is a future with this technology. Yeah. We don't know which currency is going to be the currency. I have a hard time believing there's just going to be like one global reserve currency unless there's a country that enforces it. Mm-hmm. And then it's just the currency of that country.
Oh, the most comforting thing to me is that if it's true that the U.S. is the second largest holder of Bitcoin.
Oh, if that came out, I'm all in.
Yeah,
if that 100% came out,
I really think that might be our only chance against China. If Bitcoin wins and we have the second most, that's probably our only chance.
If I'm Ethereum, I'm making a deal with the U.S. government right now.
Oh yeah,
I'm going, do you want to partner up? You know what I'm saying? Like, we will give you half of our holdings. You become the biggest shareholder. Shit, become the 51% shareholder. Then people probably wouldn't invest because of they have control of what the currency does and they can make more and blah, blah, blah. That's not decentralized at 51%. I digress. Point is, it is a very interesting time. I think throughout history, you have these times where these people make millions of dollars out of nowhere. I'm sure this happened at the gold rush or the copper rush. And I'm sure there's tons of times throughout history where people were able, some average person was able to get in on an investment and make tons of money out of nowhere, right? I think that's probably what the idea, the inception of America was on some level, right? We might be existing in that right now.
Right.
Who fucking knows? But it's just a crazy time to be alive.
Huh. Yeah, this is actually an interesting point that from 2020, this article came out that says the FBI or like government intelligence agencies own, according to this article, like the fourth most amount of Bitcoin.
Because they've
confiscating it from the dark web drug bazaar and Silk Road bust and all this stuff. They have about 9.5 million Bitcoin.
And there's 21 million in existence.
Let me take the... Actually, I can't say exactly that article.
That seems high, but if that's the case, who the fuck could possibly have more? Yeah.
Yeah, if you have 9.5.
Okay, it says that the website was reaching 9.5 million Bitcoin at some point and that they confiscated a chunk of it.
Okay. But they got some millions then, probably.
And they have to get access to it. They might not have access to it.
And that's assuming the U.S. government and no other branch has been like just buying Bitcoin just for whatever.
Apparently Bulgaria's got a fuck ton. 213,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah, but they could keep that little 213,000 bitches.
Wait, honestly, if I was a small country, that is so worth the investment.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding
That
me?
is a massive come up for them, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying Venezuela was doing.
Oh, that's right. They were mining it like crazy. Yeah. But I would just have government policy. Take 1% of your GDP and then just put that shit into crypto because you never fucking know. You could be this bitch-ass little country just getting mushed around left or right, or you could become a crypto billionaire country safe haven. Like have your country operate off of crypto. That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Iceland, get in on it. You want to be bitch-ass little countries your whole life?
And I think that's kind of his point about why countries they won't ever stop crypto because they'll eventually be like, oh, there's a lot of money in this. We should just keep it for ourselves and start trading or whatever. He said the selfish goal is always going to win.
Anyway, it's interesting. All right, guys, we're going to take a break for a second because I got to make sure that you keep your hair. All right? I feel very strongly about this because I've been on the same active ingredients that are inside Keeps for the last decade, and I got a full fucking head of hair, and I shouldn't.
That's true.
I shouldn't have that full head of hair, but I should. I mean, you know what? Actually, I should because I took advantage of the moment.
You did.
I researched it, and I was like, I am not going to just sit back and go bald.
You're like an early investor in Bitcoin, but for hair.
That's what I'm talking about.
Which might be more valuable.
10 times more valuable.
I'm not
Keep
fucking
your
a bald
fucking Bitcoin.
Yeah, if you're bald, who cares?
Nobody wants your bald Bitcoin, okay? We want full heads of hair over here, and there's a way to do it, and you got to get it before it's gone. Make sure you keep everything you have. That's why it's called keeps. You can keep and you can grow some back, which is what happened to me. God bless. Okay, so what we're telling you guys right now is a simple, stress-free way to keep your hair. Convenient virtual doctor consultations and medications delivered straight to your door every 3 months. You don't even have to leave your home. Low cost. Treatments start at just $10 per month, and Keeps offers generic versions, discreet packaging, and proven results. Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors. Prevention, like I said, is key. Treatments can take 4 to 6 months to see results, so you got to act fast. Now, if you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/flagrant to receive your first month of treatment for free. Did you hear that? Free hair. They're giving you free fucking hair. All you got to do is go to keeps.com/flagrant to get your first month free. Keeps.com/flagrant. Now let's get back to the show.
Also, guys, we got to plug some dates. I know Andrew probably already sold his shit out. I'll be selling mine out the weekend, but I still sell them out, so come through. I'm going to be at Helium in Buffalo, April 2nd and 3rd. I'm going to be at Helium in Portland, April 15th through the 17th. And we just added Kansas City. I'm going to be there from June 17th through June 19th. Let me make sure I got the dates right. Yes, Comedy Club of Kansas City, June 17th through 19th. Get your tickets at AkaashSingh.com. We'll see you there.
Also, we added a show in Nashville.
Oh.
And we added a show in Atlanta. And so go get those tickets if they're still available. I don't know if they're still available, but go get those right now if you can. And then we're going to be adding a new leg to the tour very soon. Very excited. Thank you guys for selling out these shows, man. It's pretty awesome. So theandrewschultz.com, and I'll post on Instagram, whatever, when we're ready. Let's get back to the show. Yo, Miami got a little wild this past weekend, guys. You know, Miami's been wild. It's been open. It's been an incredible experience. But spring break came through. Did you see the videos? Well, do you see it in real life at all?
No, I've been out of town since
that's right.
Thursday or whatever.
Yeah.
Did you see it in real life?
Yeah, I mean, I just saw kids like walking around and like swaths of people doing shit. But I saw videos of like that kid running from the cops. Handcuffed.
Yeah.
That was
a fire.
funny.
So basically what happened is a spring break, right? And I don't know why kids need a break. They've been on break. Right? They haven't gone to school. You've been on break this whole time. But
needed to hang out with friends, I think, probably.
Yeah, but they've been hanging out. I mean, we all hang out. I think it's just a cultural thing that kids want to experience.
True. Fair.
And they're going to go to a place that's open. And there's few places in the world right now that are as open as Florida.
And
Is
beaches
this like their Woodstock?
What do you mean?
Like Woodstock was just, it's like this moment you need to be a part of. This is spring break during COVID in Miami, the only place that's open on the beach. Let's all just fucking hang out and get wild.
Well, yeah, I think maybe, man. I think what it is like, I think we're getting a glimpse into what post-corona America is going to be like.
Yeah, I think you're right when you say that.
Because people are done with the quarantine.
Yeah.
They're done with lockdowns. They're over it. Even if they know there's potential that could kill their family members or they could be killed themselves, they've reached their limit. I think everybody has a limit. You know, you can only hold people back so much before they start to revolt, you know. So they went to a place where they could party, and then Miami shut that shit down. They said 8 p.m. curfew. All the restaurants, I think, got to close at 7:30. This is in South Beach specifically, right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of dumb because then they just spill over into like Wynwood, right? And they spill over to these other areas, and now they're going to be absolutely fucking crazy. But like, there were girls like riding on top of fucking Lamborghinis,
wild,
like,
dog,
twerking with their pussies out and shit like that. People,
and shit was Freaknik, yo.
It was Freaknik, bro.
Yeah,
it was freak. I think only black people are on spring break this year, bro. I didn't see no white people. Do you see white people out there spring breaking?
Yeah, there was some white people, but their spring break was the week before. I'm telling you.
You're saying black people are even late to spring break?
There's 2 spring breaks.
Yeah.
Like there's a black spring break?
Nah, like you told me, like Middle America is a week before the coast.
True. Yeah. So like Midwestern schools will do it earlier because it's cold. And so like they're like, go to the beach or whatever.
Interesting.
That's how they used to do it. For some reason, they kept the same schedule, even though everyone's at home. Yeah.
Okay, so everybody's out here. They're wild, and they're not even going. They're like going to restaurants, not paying, running out.
Did you see anything?
I mean, I just saw these videos that were crazy, and I went to this boxing match. I want to talk about that later, but I went to this boxing match this weekend, and my coach, the guy who trains me, shouts to Donato. He lives, I guess, in South Beach, and it took him 4 hours to get from the boxing match back home.
Damn.
People were driving off the highway onto the grass and then on to, I guess, other highways.
Yeah.
Like, did you see videos of that? That was the craziest thing.
Wild. Dude.
I'm not talking about there's a little patch of grass on the side of the highway, which is there's zero gradient. They were driving down the gradient.
The fuck, dude?
It was insane because it was just bumper to bumper locked down.
And the cops were like restricting a lot of access to certain streets to prevent people from coming to South Beach. It was just creating like crazy backup.
You were there for that, or you were just reading
saw
about
that from videos as well. Like I saw just cops just blocking off a whole highway, so you can't go towards South Beach.
I mean,
and it's like it was just bumper to bumper.
son, Ubers were crazy expensive. Like that, even in Wynwood that same night, it was Saturday night. People were going nuts, bro.
You think the bars are happy? Like getting crazy
They're happy,
money?
but they're concerned. I asked one, and I
do
was
you
like, "So this is good for you?" He was like, "It's good, but like we need to get security. Like they know what time
You're one bad interaction away from everything going to shit.
Right.
because it's gonna be like spring break is fucking." It's wild, dude. Like all these kids are so drunk. They're all cocained up. They're not even thinking about their actions at all. They're really there to like let loose. I remember on myself on spring break, like I was a wild ass boy, like just stealing shit for no fucking reason.
And
like,
you had access to partying every week.
yeah,
What'd you steal?
You get so white about
just
it.
steal
Like
shit.
why people do
I don't know
that?
if there's a cool mug or something like that. Like I just steal shit when it was dumb to steal. Like if I'm drinking out of
You're
like
gonna
a mug.
steal. Why not just twerk on a cop car?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude. You're gonna break the law. Do it like sexy.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I need to learn how to be more felonious.
Yeah.
But in a sexy way. Okay. So basically, I guess what I'm wondering right now is like, is this what Corona's going to be? Or this what life is going to be after Corona?
I think it's going to be
people are
some
just
level of this.
excited to like get out.
It's going to be the wildest, the craziest summer we've ever seen, probably.
Yeah.
This shit is going to
But
be.
is it the summer? And then when is it? And how are they going to play it? Because motherfuckers are ready to go. Like if this is Florida, and obviously these are people coming from other places, but it seems like the places they're coming from have to be locked down. So because this is the behavior when they come to freedom. What is going to happen in New York?
New York's going to be nuts.
Let's go.
I'm one of these people who like, if I own a nightclub in New York, I'm trying my hardest to ride it out until then.
Yeah.
Because that shit is going to be packed. So here's the thing. All these nightclubs close. All these going out dancing party places are closed. We're going to have less places to go and way more people that want to go.
Yes.
So the places that are open are going to make a fucking killing.
You know who else can make a lot of money? Security. I'll charge whatever the fuck I feel like. You could have it or you could not.
Yeah.
This shit is like gas when there was a terrorist attack. Everybody's like, you don't know if you're getting more of this. This is a supply limited.
But it is interesting, right? Like to see all these people just going fucking berserk. They need it.
Yeah.
That's I wonder if people are going more crazy or if there's just a higher concentration of kids. You know what I mean? Like
I think it's both.
because there's fewer places to go, they're just all coming
Dude,
here.
think about
What did we do when we came down here, yo?
Went to Poppy
First
Stick.
night.
First night, we just
went
went
to the
ahead.
most compact, closed restaurant that we could.
Yeah.
And
And your bitch ass got COVID.
stood at the bar. You got COVID. We stood at the bar with other people. Like, that was the policy of the restaurant. The restaurant went and they were like, hey, can you just stand in that crowd? Like, we went from social distancing in New York, like if you don't wear a mask on the street, these old white bitches are going murder, to walking into a restaurant and their policy was, we don't have your table ready. Could you stand in a horde with other people and drink with your mask off?
Hell yeah.
They didn't say take your mask. They didn't say keep your mask on. They go by the bar where you could drink and be maskless.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But also, we're coming from New York. Like there are some of these kids that are coming from the Midwest, coming from Alabama or some shit.
But they
like,
probably can't party like they used to party in college,
That's
so they don't have that outlet,
That's
that
true.
They don't
pressure
have
release
partying. Great
valve.
point. Yeah.
And then it's all just built up, and now it's the biggest party they've been to in their lives.
Yeah, that's true.
They're gonna go fucking berserk.
And COVID hit right around spring break last year.
So
So
they
a
all got
lot of
their
spring break got canceled. So
I
this is like
remember that.
pent up spring break energy right now going on.
Yeah,
Yo,
a
that's
good
true.
point.
There's a lot of the college kids who were like, oh man, I'm not going to get my spring break. Because when you think about it, if you spring break in America, you got to be 21.
Wait, what do you mean?
For the most part, motherfuckers are not taking a flight, getting a hotel to maybe be able to go to the bar.
I was 17, 18 in Cancun going wild.
But that's why I said America.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like if you're going to go down for Florida, you probably got to have ID.
Yeah.
And they're way more strict nowadays than they were when we were kids, where you could like fake your little ID and shit. Now you got to insert your ID into some piece of technology.
You could just be any Indian and
so
hand
sorry.
another ID to another.
That's fine.
They wouldn't know. Dead ass. Every Indian would just trade IDs and they just get in.
And they just get in like that.
Hilarious. That's funny.
Dead ass.
But my point is like, motherfuckers are out here, bro.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know. It sucks that they're tearing up Miami. I don't like that. But I am excited at the enthusiasm to party amongst like the general public. Like, it's cool to me that people want to be out, they want to be around each other, and the second things open up, we're going to get back to normal.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was, I guess, a little bit of fear. Is like, how much of this lingers? Like, you know, the people go, is this what life's going to be? Are we not going to want to be around people? Are we going to be social distance forever? Are we going to have our masks on? And this just proves that the second the government says you don't got to wear the mask, the second the government says you don't got to social distance, the second the government says you could go out to the bar, the shit is going to be jam-packed. Like, if China's planning to release another virus, do it day one of the opening, because everybody gonna get infected.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if they got another one cooking up in a lab right there and you want to shut shit down again, day one is gonna look like Miami was.
Yeah, that shit was wild. But also, how boring are we that there's like fucking Woodstock happened in Miami and no one saw it at all?
So once the gunshots happened, I was good, bro.
I'm 36. Though.
I'm so good.
So we was just on a boat, living it up. Like,
Yeah,
we
I
was
guess
doing it.
bro. We should have had spring break. on the boat.
That's how rich people party. Let's just get on the water away from the poor people. Let them have their little fun. And we're killing.
we took a boat
That's
out
real VIP.
for Al's birthday. Wish Al happy birthday,
Sorry, I
everybody.
missed it, buddy. Love you, man.
And Akaash don't want to be part of shit. Man.
Be out of town,
I
y'all.
asked him to come to Nashville with us this weekend.
Wow.
Doing shows. Yo, Nashville, we
out
added
here.
another show Saturday.
Selling out
so
shows. I see you. Do your
Yo,
thing.
go get tickets to that, by the way, if it's still available. I don't know if it is, but do that right now. If you couldn't get tickets to the other shows. But he don't even want to come, bro. He never want to hang out, dude.
Why not?
I gotta go. I'm going
Go
to the
where?
Northeast. Going to the Northeast.
What does that mean? The
The
Northeast.
Northeast.
Like,
What
that's how
is
you know
that?
you gotta
That's
do
mad
some super
cryptic.
cuck
Why'd you
shit.
do that?
That's how you know you gotta do some super cuck shit when you just described a region of America. What does that mean, the Northeast? Like, I'm
getting
not from
my second-
America? Like, I don't know.
The Northeast.
You can get specific. You're not speaking to some fucking Scandinavian.
Yeah.
Where in the Northeast you gotta go?
I'm getting my second vaccine.
Why don't you say that?
I know.
I don't know. Just seems like I'm just going to the Northeast.
But who says that? I'm going to the Northeast. Like, what are you doing tonight? I'm going to the Southwest.
It's also way
I'm
more
going to
offensive.
Miami
You're from
Southwest,
the
like-
Northeast.
Yeah, like,
you
it
grew
don't
up in
make
the
any
Northeast.
sense.
But
Why
you
would
left, so
describe
I
a
don't know.
location?
I don't know if you understand how
Don't
it
do
works
that.
anymore.
Don't do that.
You left, you don't really go back. Like, it's like a vague. You know what I mean? It's like a vague
I'm going
region
to
to
the
you.
Northeast. That's what people that are from like shitty countries, when they just say the biggest one next to
Yeah.
them. That's what you just did to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
then-
just didn't want to say you're going to get your vaccine again?
Yeah, just
What day are you going to get your vaccine?
Friday.
Why Friday?
Because I want to make sure I hit both podcasts, whether doing Wednesday or Thursday. So Friday.
Damn, bro. That guy's on point.
Right.
All right.
Wow.
Motherfuckers still don't want to come to Nashville with
Yeah,
us,
we're
bro.
we're there the whole weekend.
Yo,
Son.
son, what the
We're,
fuck?
we're there the whole weekend. You can get your little shot and hop on a plane and hit us.
That might
Truffles
happen.
coming.
That
you
might
know what I mean?
happen.
Everybody's coming.
Let me see how I feel like at this vaccine. If I'm feeling all right, we on a plane.
Well, you better tell me
Nashville's
so I can
fun.
cancel the fuck out of this
Nashville is
opener.
fun.
Yo, son,
I'll just show up and bump him if I show up, but don't worry about it.
man, let me
Why do
tell
you need
you
the second
something.
vaccine? Why do you need the second shot? Are you afraid people are gonna get you sick?
I mean, you for one.
No, I'm good.
You got
can't-
some nerve, son. You got some fucking nerve.
Can't
son.
get it.
What do you
You
mean?
can.
No, the first shot is like 90% effective
Hold on a second. Keep going on this
Why
shit.
wouldn't you just get the second shot though?
because Nashville.
I'm tired.
Going
I'm
to Kid
tired.
Rock's.
I'm tired of motherfuckers not showing up to open for the fucking shit. What up, man? Yo, this is your last chance. This is your last chance. We're live on the podcast right now. This is Joey Avery. Joey?
What's up, Joey?
Hey, Joey.
Where you want me and when, and I will
Was that shit dumb?
Yo. What was that shit? I was trying to think. Yeah.
Career fucking
Career ending-
detrimental, some shit
Career
like that.
ending decision or
Yeah.
some shit like that.
Fuck.
Okay. So, Joey,
Yes,
do you want to come to Nashville this weekend and open in Nashville this weekend?
1,000%.
Okay. Now, what is your excuse as to why you can't do it?
I'm doing it. I will be there 100%.
All right, good.
But what if Akaash comes?
Well, if Akaash comes, you're just going to sit there with your fucking Down syndrome head and watch it. Okay?
I'm there. I'm there. I'll bring my Down syndrome neck. I'll bring all my chromosomes, and I'm ready to party.
All right, bet. So we'll see you there. We're going to be there Friday. So make sure you're there Friday. Okay?
All right, I'll be there Friday.
All right, bye.
Who's Joey Avery?
See how easy that was, Akaash?
See how easy that
You don't
was?
got a vaccine to get?
Nah, I asked him to come to 2 different places because I
Yeah.
like him. He's a funny guy. And he's a good hang, too.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't do this for this thing. And I called him next weekend and asked, and he's like, dude, what exactly he say? He's like, dude, if I can't do this, is it over for me? Like, But yeah, man.
What about Akaash? Is it over for him?
Yo, it's over for Akaash, man. Come
Akaash
on,
snubbed you
dude.
3 times now.
I just texted him, "You're blowing it."
The worst text to get.
Akaash, why don't you ever want to hang out with the boys on the road, man?
I'll go, bro. Let me get this
Go.
vaccine and then I'm coming.
But you are genuinely concerned because you've heard people say that the second dose will make you sick, and you got sick from the first dose.
Yeah.
And I've heard that shit from people that it's usually the second one that makes them
Second
sick.
one I heard gets you harder, and I got
Wait, what?
the first dose got me sick. We're at the Heat game, and I was talking to Mark like, I'm fucking dying right now, bro. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to just leave this a hang, but I'm in bad shape.
Yeah, that's a good point. Last time Akaash tried to hang, he had full-blown fucking vaccine reaction.
Yeah.
Them Corona sniffing dogs, I don't trust, because Mark had just beat Corona.
And
I
you-
had the
Don't say
vaccine.
beat Corona.
in
Why are we
your-
saying beat Corona, bro? I didn't die.
Yeah,
I wasn't
you're right.
even
You still
close.
probably got it. You didn't beat it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you didn't beat
Bro,
that
I got
shit, bro.
over from being
You
sick
still
a
can't
little.
smell. You still can't
No, I'm
taste.
back.
Like,
I can smell.
When did you start smelling?
he's a long haul,
I was
right?
smelling like a week ago.
I think he's a long hauler,
He's a long
dude.
hauler.
Nah.
You're a long. Look at his hat.
Yeah.
Definitely a long hauler.
What are you talking about?
That's an 18 wheel haul, yeah.
God. I was like, fish is long.
No, I think he's a long hauler.
No,
dude.
he's a
I
long
think
hauler.
he might be a long
He can't
hauler.
taste. He told me everything's affected.
I can taste, and I can taste spicier food now. My tolerance for spicy food's gone.
Because you can't taste anymore.
Exactly.
And I don't have tinnitus either, like that one dude, Texas Roadhouse.
That killed himself.
Yeah. So I'm killing it, bro. I didn't beat anything.
All right, talking about people that should kill themselves. Do you think Kylie Jenner should kill her for her donation to her friends GoFundMe? This is a tricky thing with being rich. You can't help nobody publicly if you don't do the whole thing.
I'm saying, bruh.
You know what I'm
That's her
saying?
mistake is posting to try to get, like, if she just gave the money on the low and let them talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Kylie Jenner paid all this money, blah, blah, blah. But the second she was like, hey, I gave, 50 cents for me or whatever. Can y'all give a significant more amount of money? But it's also not fully fair because apparently their goal
I'll be
was like,
looking through GoFundMes if it's like a friend of mine to see how cheap people I know are. like I remember there was one for the
hey,
seller.
if you see $1 from Anonymous, that's your boy.
I remember there was one for the seller. Somebody had, I forget who needed some shit. The seller, maybe somebody died, and I was looking through, and I was looking to see how much, and I was like, let me see how cheap these rich motherfuckers really is.
You judging the rich ones though, right?
And I'm looking through, and I think Amy Schumer, I got to Amy Schumer, and I was like wanting to hate, and she dropped like 20 grand on it, and I was like, all right, bitch. Hey, you good today. You good today. You joke stealing ass bitch. You might as well put that money to good use.
She donated to the guy she stole jokes from. She's like, here you go. You can have it back.
Oh my God.
But yeah, man, so the story is that, Akaash, can you break down the
So
story?
from what I understand, she had a makeup artist that she stopped working with in like 2015. He got in a car accident, but he's still close friends with her current makeup artist. So she was trying to help them out, and she just posted about it. And the initial goal, I think, was like $10,000.
Gotcha.
And she gave $5,000, and that put them over the top of their goal.
So she got them to the goal.
But then everybody kept coming to the page, and so the family, which I can't really, it's funny, but I can't really blame them, was like, we might as well raise the fucking goal. I mean, people are coming.
Wow.
So they raised it to $60,000, and now she looks cheap as fuck with her $5,000 donation.
Oh, so they fucked her over.
I think that's, yeah. I mean, TMZ, I think, was the article I read, but I could also see them wanting to maintain a good
They
relationship
must
with the
have raised it
Kardashians.
again because it's at 120.
Is it really?
right now?
There you go. So yeah,
That's
they be
the
raising
goal right
it.
now.
All right, see, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Now there's more context because everybody's absolutely shitting all over Kylie
Yeah.
on the internet because like, oh, you only gave 5,000 when their goal is 75,000 or whatever.
But also, didn't Kylie like pump it? She was like, yo, if you guys can donate to this.
Yeah.
She did pump it, but she also met the goal.
Right.
So she's going, oh, this is all you need.
I got you.
I'm going to pay for your medical bills. They're basically like, my medical bills are 10 grand, right? So she's like, there you go. It's paid for. And now people are criticizing her on the internet for not paying the amount that they need after they manipulated the amount that they need so they can get more money in.
But the fact that she posted the GoFundMe on the
Before
page.
we talk about this anymore, your family didn't move the amount for the GoFundMe, did they? No. Okay, good. I was just making sure.
The fact that she said, hey, people, go to the GoFundMe, that means the money wasn't met yet. The amount wasn't met yet.
No, just because the money's met doesn't mean that you can't continue to get more. But the family probably went, well, if it's met, then motherfuckers ain't going to donate. But if it looks like we need some more money, that's why every good deed goes, what is it? No good deed goes unpunished, man. Ain't that fucked up? She did the right thing. Here I am about to trash this bitch.
Yeah.
When she did the right thing, you need to get to a certain amount. I
Yeah.
got you because that's what it costs to fix your fucking leg or whatever it is.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, when motherfuckers start donating, your leg needs more fixing.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I got to pay
That
your
should
disability?
be illegal, bruh.
No, that's fucked up.
That is fucked up.
I still think it's fucked up because if he was the makeup artist that took her from ugly to how she looked when she was 18,
That was surgeons, dog. It wasn't no makeup.
And also,
Nah,
it's
it was
2015.
That's true.
2015. She got rid of that motherfucker when she glowed up.
nah, how old is she right now? That's, I think,
23 years old in 19 days.
exactly.
No.
So
Now, how old is she? I don't know.
Let me check. She
23 is you're a creep.
As of June 3rd, 19...
No, but that's what's crazy is that means if she was working with him back then, she was under 18.
Yeah, maybe Tiger didn't like her. You know what I mean?
Nah,
maybe that's all
but
it was.
she had a biggest
My overage
glow up when she
boyfriend
was
that's
working with
statutory
him.
raping me doesn't like you, so I have to move on.
I don't know. She had the biggest glow up when she was working
Why
with
you
him.
putting that on Tiger, bro?
Yeah, come on, son.
They weren't having sex or nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on,
Come on,
bro.
son.
Why would you even say that,
it's
bro?
Tiger, right?
Tiger's chilling, bro. He's just dicking down.
Yo, you're right. I'm sorry, Tiger.
Yeah, you think that big old dangling gonna fit in an underage girl? Bro? Come on, dude. I
I'm
was
sorry,
chilling,
dog.
bro.
I'm
Like, I
sorry,
was
bro.
chilling.
I took a shot unnecessarily
This guy's a
for a
legend.
cheap laugh. Cheap laugh.
Yeah, you know who else is cheap? Nah, now I feel bad for Kylie, man. She
a
did the
victim,
right
dude.
thing, bro. She the victim.
I
though.
see it both ways. Where it's like, if she were to
You would,
donate,
you fucking body.
if she were to donate 60,000, that's like one fraction, like tiny fraction of her net worth. So she could just meet it and be like whatever, assuming that they didn't move the goalpost and the whole deal.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I also don't like when people criticize rich people for not donating enough, because it's like, you can donate that percentage of your net worth. You know what I mean? When people are like, oh, Jeff Bezos can donate all this money to stop hunger in America.
Yeah.
It's like, you could donate 5% of your net worth to feed a homeless guy, but you don't do that.
That's a good
You know
argument.
what I mean?
That's a good
Like,
argument.
So it
too.
bugs me when people criticize
You're
rich
just
people.
offloading your guilt.
Yeah, exactly. Like when people
Yeah.
criticize rich people for not doing enough, it's like, you can do 5% of what you have.
Yeah.
Like, but you don't do that. But you are expecting this guy to do 5% of what he has?
Some people might make the argument that like he has more money than there are things to buy.
Right, yeah.
So like that percentage is a little bit different, but whatever.
That's fair, but
I
it
hear what
doesn't
you're saying.
exonerate you from having it done. You can
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I just feel like if they move the goalposts, she's getting all this shit, and they owe her an apology, like because she's the only reason that they're getting $100-something thousand in, right?
100%.
This poor girl. That's why if you're rich, you can't fucking help people, man.
You gotta do it quietly.
You really got to do it, and you got to be careful who you help. Like our boy Abdi was trying to get me to like donate money to get this Somali dude from Somalia into Turkey to get a fucking like liver transplant or some shit, and I'm just like, bruh. Do you know who they are? And then it's like, my mom saw him on TikTok. And I'm like, buddy, I can't donate thousands of dollars to a random Somali group. And then it comes out later, it's a fucking terror organization. They use that shit to blow up a fucking grocery store. And now I'm the person that funded blowing up the grocery store.
Right.
I need more than just a TikTok video to verify that this thing is legit.
What if it's just pirates?
Yeah, exactly.
I'd actually like
Yeah.
to
Sponsor a pyro
fire,
bar.
bro. Owning like a pirate.
You want to give the
company?
pirates some
Shit.
booty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why
booty.
they don't do that for those like commercials where they show all the kids, and
What?
they're, like where you can like donate money. Where
Just
it's
have a little fucking pirate standing there.
Yeah.
Where they
Don't
play
write
it-
me a letter. Just be like, arr. Like, I want an audio of you going, arr.
I don't want in the arms of an angel. You know what I mean? I want to row your boat or some shit. Like, but I like the idea that like they're criminals, like they're doing fucked up shit on the seas.
But it don't seem that bad. Like, do people die with the pirate ship shit?
Yeah.
I don't think they
That's because
die,
we don't
bro.
know we don't know anybody that's on sea like that.
And nobody cares.
Son,
but
if you
people
get
do
your
die.
boat robbed, you a bitch. Yo, if you get your whole boat robbed, you're
Yeah.
a bitch.
Yeah.
Somebody pulls up a little skiff. You got some Somalis on the back of it kicking their legs mad hard to get it to catch up to your ass, and then they steal all the containers on your boat.
Yeah.
I can't wait till he buys a boat.
I know,
Because
like-
you know that time is coming.
Let me tell you something.
Andrew gonna buy a boat.
Hey, boats are the shit.
Boats are.
Hold on. Shout out. We got to shout out the company that took us out, man. Shout out our boy Robert, bro.
Yeah, Robert Taylor. Shout out Robert Taylor.
Yo, shout out Robert Taylor. Robert Taylor is
Downtown
out here in
Exotic
Miami.
Rentals.
Downtown _exotic_rentals. They have some amazing boats. If you're in Miami, you want to take a boat out. This is a plug that we do 100% supportive of. This guy was absolutely amazing. Took us all out for Alex's B-Day. We had an incredible time. Amazing boat.
Thank you, Robert.
And yo, thank you so much, Robert.
He's a fan
You're
of the
fucking
pod.
man.
He's
And
a-
fan of,
he's
yo,
a- he's
listen,
an asshole.
Asshole Army provides. I'm telling you, we always try to keep the asshole over here. So if you are coming to Miami or going to any other city, shout to the assholes. See if they got anybody in the city that can help you out with what you need to do. Telling you, Robert got it locked down. We're on that fucking boat.
Yeah.
And I don't know how expensive maintaining boats are and all that kind of shit, but there is something about being on a boat, and I don't understand why, but every second of it feels purposeful. You're not doing nothing different than what we're doing right now.
But you're going somewhere.
You're going somewhere? You don't know where you're going.
You're going somewhere.
You're going in circles.
No,
and
you're
then
going
you stop.
somewhere.
You put the anchor down, and it's still fun.
Yeah, you're taking a break from going somewhere.
Mark, you're not saying anything?
Yeah, no.
But you're right. But you're not
That's what I'm
saying anything.
It's like we're on a boat.
Why the fuck is the boat so entertaining?
Yeah, I don't know.
Please explain this to me.
I felt relaxed the one time I was on a boat, but that's it.
Oh, you weren't with us again?
Yeah.
Oh, you left us again? You wouldn't hang out with us again?
Y'all should be seeming too high, like high intensity.
You wouldn't go on a boat?
I
Hold on. You wouldn't go on a boat, bro? What do you mean you wouldn't go on a boat?
What are we doing on this boat?
Oh my gosh. Bro, we play dominoes. We play Uno for like an hour.
Yo,
on the
I
boat.
take back my invitation for Nashville.
Word.
I'm no. No.
It's because it's not the top of a train. That's why.
Yo, you would go.
That's purposeful.
There we go.
Now you going somewhere.
Now
Where
that's
you gonna go?
that's exciting.
You can only go one.
part of the sandlot. You would be
Yeah.
in another part of the sandlot.
Bruh, we see in the sand.
But
We
what's
out
the
here.
difference?
Exactly.
It's a lot.
It's poor
That's
here.
why it's called
it's poor here.
That's why it's called the sand lot. It's a lot to explore. It's a
Fair
lot.
enough.
I can see all of it.
Fair enough. All I'm trying to say is this boat shit, I don't understand why it's so much fun. It makes zero sense to me. But it is.
Yeah.
You're just hanging out talking. We didn't even do anything. Try to do a backflip.
That was the highlight of my life.
But like, what the fuck is so fun about it?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like it's rich. Like it just like.
Are
you're
you
on
pretending to
expensive
be
thing.
rich? Is that the idea?
Yeah, I think so.
But you're pretending to be rich in like a safe environment, because if I was on, actually no, when I'm on like a rich person's boat, I don't feel comfortable. I feel like it's fun. I'm on a boat. But sometimes when I'm in like rich environments, I feel like an imposter. I don't know how to use the silverware. I don't know how to like behave or whatever like that. I
Yeah.
think I'm doing something wrong the whole fucking time. I don't feel that way on a boat.
Yeah. It's the water.
Because you're not surrounded by other richer people, are you?
That's what I'm saying. But even on another richer person's boat, I
Really?
wouldn't feel uncomfortable.
Really?
No.
Also, if I think a boat's like a nightclub, like you got to be invited on. You know what I mean? Like you can't just.
But we got the table. We got a table. We bought a table.
Yeah, it's not really.
What do you mean?
You're like paying
rent the
for
boat.
the experience.
Yeah, so you have to like it's like a nightclub. You have to like pay to be in a nightclub, pay to get the table, and then you're like, oh yeah, I'm flexing, I'm doing my thing. You have to be invited onto the boat or pay to be on a boat.
I would hope that it's not just the flex.
No.
Because rich people
I'm
got
telling you,
boats still.
It's something about the water.
There's
Just like
something about the
just
water.
like going to the beach. You don't do shit at the beach, but you could be there all day and having a great
All
day.
day doing
I'm
nothing.
telling you, it's the water. That's why I need to live by water. I need to see it from my window. It just makes me feel good.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break for a second because some of you thirsty motherfuckers need to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Hydration is key. It is key for life. Okay, if you can go without food for how long? A month.
Yep.
Okay? You can
Gandhi.
go without water for 5 days.
Yep.
And you're fucking dead.
Yep.
You need water more than anything.
Yep.
Okay? You need hydration more than anything. And just because you're having a little water here, a little water there, doesn't mean that you're actually hydrated. It doesn't mean your body's actually functioning.
Yep.
You could be putting shitty fuel into your system, and now you're not getting the output you deserve. And we're going to fix all that right the fuck now. Liquid IV. One serving of liquid IV provides the same hydration as drinking 2 to 3 bottles of water alone. Take that in. If you're one of those people like Alex who just hates drinking water, he's got to force himself to drink water. He literally has an alarm that he sets so that he drinks water. Imagine you could get one single serving that was 3 times the amount of water that you usually drink. That's a no-brainer right there. Contains 5 essential vitamins, more vitamin C than an orange, and as much potassium as a banana. Healthier than the sugary sports drinks, no artificial flavors or preservatives, and less sugar than an apple. It's made with clean ingredients, non-GMO, vegan, and free of gluten, dairy, and soy. What makes Liquid IV so effective? I'll tell you. Cellular transport technology. Okay? Do you know what that is? Me neither. But basically, the optimal ratio of glucose, sodium, and potassium that delivers water and nutrients into the bloodstream. It's the perfect balance to help you hydrate more quickly and effectively than water alone.
You know why I'm excited about this? Because we're all going to be using it. We're all working out more. This keeps you more hydrated. And now the shows are opening up and you're on planes, that dehydrates the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
So you just keep taking Liquid IV instead of like popping airborne every day or whatever the fuck, and you're good. All your vitamins, you're hydrated, you're taken care of.
Now look, one stick of Liquid IV is 16 ounces of water, can give you as much hydration as 2 to 3 bottles of plain
No-brainer.
water. Okay, Liquid IV is on a mission to change the world. The company is donating 4 million servings in response to COVID-19. Products are being donated to hospitals, first responders, food banks, veterans, and active military. Liquid IV has donated over 10 million servings globally. I mean, this is a no-brainer to countries that don't have access to a lot of water.
Dog, absolutely.
You get 3 times the amount for each one? That's brilliant.
Yep.
Anyway, grab your strawberry Liquid IV or their other great flavors in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use the promo code Flagrant at checkout. That's 25% off anything you order when you use the promo code Flagrant at liquidiv.com. Get better hydration today at liquidiv.com, promo code Flagrant. Now let's get back to the show. We have a friend that has, maybe we just found out, the weirdest fear that I've ever heard in my entire life. A fear of whales. Like to the point where we can't even say the word whale.
Yeah.
She don't even like that word said. It makes her feel that uncomfortable. Won't go swimming in the ocean, not because she's not a great swimmer. She's an amazing swimmer, but is afraid there might be whales in the ocean. Is she afraid of sharks? Not at all. Just whales.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
I've been trying to figure it out. Like
SeaWorld, like she watches Blackfish and she's like, fuck yeah, yo. Fuck that bitch.
Doesn't
Motherfucker in a cage.
doesn't mind killer whales.
Yeah, that's right. It's like killer whales. It's like the belugas, the blue whales.
Like a big whale.
Yeah.
Big whale.
So I thought it was like maybe the size bothers, but it's not the size. It's just like the unknown and then just this big creature. I don't know. I can't figure it out.
I never
I
heard
thought it was
of a
some
weirdest
traumatic situation.
That's
that
odd.
just
What, got touched by a fat guy?
maybe.
Something like that?
So there's some sort of whale experience she had in her life
I think
that has
so.
triggered this sensation.
I think so.
Now, you promised that you wouldn't take her whale watching. I feel that for the sake of content, it might be funny if we went out on a boat again and it just so happened
I mean,
that there were some whales.
You're the comedian?
Yes.
So if you arrange this, that would be hilarious.
Now, another thing, is there a fake whale type thing that we could do, like some sort of like scuba diving thing? You know how you can have like a shark fin and trick people into thinking you're a shark? Is there a version of that where we can be on the boat and then all of a sudden it looks like a whale is swimming?
I'm sure that's possible.
If that's possible, it's worth any amount of money to do it.
I'm sure that's possible.
God.
Yeah. Submarine. You got a submarine.
I don't know how much a submarine is to rent, but that's a super flex. Fuck a boat, bro. Pull up on these boats in a sub.
Yeah.
Just have the what's it called pop out?
Periscope out there.
Periscope? What y'all doing? Poor motherfuckers. You stay above the water? Losers. Someone fart. Let me out of here. Have they figured that out with submarines? Just smell?
Oh, they got to smell. No, they smell. I'm sure they smell.
Just like a boxing gym.
Yeah.
You ever been in a boxing gym?
Yeah, dog. That's an awful life, the submarine.
Yeah.
You're in like that little tight ass thing. You just can't come up.
Some dudes are in it for like 6 months at a time. I don't know if it's that long.
I'm
But, like, they do it for
claustrophobic,
mad
dog. I
long.
can never.
And there's one little pod where they get to go up and like get a fresh breath of air.
Yeah, and if they go mad low and it's dark, You're literally just looking out the window. It's just black sea. Like,
Yeah, and the ocean scares me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just mad shit down there. You don't know what's going on.
You afraid of whales?
you know I'm afraid of whales, bro.
You fear of whales?
You know what? Though? I guarantee you there's some shit bigger than whales. You get deep enough in that ocean. You're just like, what the fuck am I looking
Giant
at?
squid?
Giant squids. Bro, talking about whales, the NCAA women's, I don't know if you've seen this. The NCAA women's tournament is also going on.
Yeah.
Not like anybody would know, but
Yeah.
they...
Did you ask? I don't know if you've seen this. You know if I've seen it.
What?
The NCAA women's tournament?
Oh, yeah, my bad, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I assumed too much.
Yeah.
They went viral on TikTok because they allocated a section of, I guess, the hotel where they're holding the bubble. There's a
Right.
bubble for the tournament. And they had one rack of dumbbells as their whole gym.
Yeah.
And the men had like an entire conference room, all these different weight stations, this, that, the other. And of course, everybody went crazy about it. And, you know, all like the super right-wing dudes were like, well, why don't you make some money and then you get a gym worth the amount of money you're making?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I don't know. Obviously, the left-wing people were going, this is a travesty. This is super sexist.
Yeah.
This, that, the other. What are your thoughts?
It's a little fucked up to just have one set of weights for I don't know how many women.
Isn't it more fucked up to have just the one set of weights?
What, just not have weights?
Yeah, just don't have a gym.
And then just have one gym for everybody?
No, just have a gym for the guys, and then just be like, we thought you guys didn't work out. Like, that is less sexist than going, oh, they needed some 25s.
Yeah, you can plead ignorance that way.
Complete ignorance is way better, but somebody goes, the women need a gym, and then somebody else on the board goes, do they? Or you just take those 5s and 10s, everything covered in plastic that's colored purple, and then drop it over there for the chicks. Like, to me, that's the worst part, is that they made it this one little triangle stand. I hope you can bring up the picture. I don't know if it's possible.
See if you can find it, because I need to see it.
It's a little triangle stand. You know the ones where obviously it starts with the lowest. That's all it is.
Oh my God, it's the Zumba class
The
weights.
Zumba class weights.
Yo.
Now, they are black, the weights, but that same stand.
Oh my God.
So that's what's the most offensive about it. Not like, oh, look, it's different. Like, clearly women know that they don't make as much money as the men.
Yeah.
And that male sports supports the entire, especially male basketball supports the entire like sports program at the university. Not just the women's, but
Basketball,
the men's stuff too.
men's basketball and football float every other sport.
If you do rowing or if you do like equestrian or whatever the other fucking shit they have, look at this right here. This is absolutely, so to the left of the guys' gym and to the right is what the girls got, dude. They got a folding table, and then I don't know how many total weights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 total dumbbells.
Oh my God.
Also, they must make enough money to get more than that.
They don't. I think they lose money. I do.
But
think,
like even like at my high school, like the girls basketball team was able to use a gym. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
Just have one gym.
Well, there's a COVID thing, right? And here's the thing. Let's assume the COVID thing is real and blah, blah, blah. There's precautions. In order to even get this thing insured, you need to have the separation, yada, yada, yada. Who fucking knows? Who cares? The fact that somebody made the decision that this was enough.
yeah, that's the best.
We need to find out who made that decision. And I guarantee you, it was a woman.
Probably.
Because no guy could make that. No guy with his career and life on the line could make that decision on behalf of women. No guy is going to go, yeah, all they need is some dumbbells.
Yeah.
If you're living in this era of like sexism is horrendous and the worst possible thing that you can do, stop woman hate, right? If you're living in that, there's no way you're going to make a decision that that's enough.
That will cost you your job.
That will cost you your fucking job. I guarantee you.
So whether or not you care about women's equality or whatever, you're thinking to yourself, I can't get fired over this shit. Let's get him something.
Yeah.
You can't be, maybe not as good as the guys, but let's get him something. It can't be this big of a fucking discrepancy.
Yeah.
So it might have been. That's a good point.
I think it was a chick. What? Did you look it up?
I'm looking at more stuff, and they got them yoga mats.
Yeah, that's the only thing they should have had is just some yoga mat.
Yeah.
A Pilates machine.
Yeah, nah,
Elliptical.
Yeah, elliptical. A little space for their cell phone while they talk on the elliptical.
But isn't that crazy? There is a human being that made that decision. They are quiet as fuck right now, bro.
Oh my
And they are
God.
protecting that person.
Yeah.
We should know who the fuck made it because it's hysterical. Don't you want to just talk to them and be like, what were you thinking? What were you really thinking?
Because also he knows girls only squat. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you know about women's fitness, like they're not doing upper body, they're just squatting.
That's another thing. Like, even basketball players, male basketball players, are really not doing that much like weight exercise. Like Jordan in The Last Dance, he was like, oh, I'm bulking up and putting all this weight. You still want your touch. You can't go lift like crazy, then you're sore as fuck the next day. You're playing 3 days, especially in a tournament. In an NCAA tournament, how often are you playing?
Twice a week, I guess.
No, I think you can be playing every day.
No, you do
there's games
2
every
rounds
day.
a weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you do 1 game on Thursday and 1 game on Saturday, or 1 game on Friday and 1 game on Sunday.
Okay, fair enough.
Up until like championship time.
You're playing twice a week. Yes, I guess you could recover in that amount of time, but I don't think you're doing heavy
No,
legs
because
when you know you got a fucking game coming.
Sorry, I think you're flying back to your college or whatever, and then you go to another city for the next round, like the next
What the
weekend.
fuck do they need the weights for? You need to work out before the game? You need to squat before you go play.
Yeah, you could just not have the weights.
There should be no weights. And maybe that was the thinking. They were like, listen, nobody works out during a tournament anyway. What the hell is this? And then this one girl who I guess was going to get a lift in because she gets no fucking playing time. She just needs to get your cardio on and then exposes it and blows the whole thing up. Who is lifting before their game?
But then don't put so much thought into the men's shit. The men's shit looks like a 24-hour fitness. That's like a good gym.
It's official. It's
Yeah,
official.
why would you put all that?
Yeah,
just
they made it look too nice.
fuck
They
the whole
made it look
thing.
too nice.
If they made them all janky and it's just like, hey, everybody looks like shit. Everybody's weight room looks like shit. Look what we're
Some
dealing with.
bands in a basket, dude.
Yeah.
Barry's boot camp. You're good to go.
Exactly, dude.
Yo, here's the worst part is that they actually upgraded the gym. So they got the women like a way nicer gym in like a little like ballroom at the hotel.
Yeah, I think it took
Oh,
this
yeah.
though, right?
What?
It was after everybody yelled at him.
Yeah, it was after, but like that makes it worse because
It's acknowledgement. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, we fucked up. We
Yeah.
were sexist and didn't think you worked out.
their excuse was, oh yeah, we didn't have enough space.
But you know who this hurts the most? Now these bitches got to work out. Now they're going to be all lethargic on the court because they've been squatting all day to prove that they need a fucking gym.
Yeah, they
I guarantee
have to.
if you got a 24-hour camera on that gym, ain't not a single person in that fucking gym. They're going in there, taking a little selfie to prove they got a gym, and nobody's using that shit.
Yep.
Why would you work out when you need to maintain yourself for the most important game of your college career, your life so far?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going to run a marathon? You're going to run a marathon the day before?
I'm doing nothing.
Nothing.
I'm
You're
doing
relaxing.
nothing.
Yeah.
Boxers, they stop sparring the week of. They just do light training. You're not using all this equipment.
Yeah.
You're just making a stink out of nothing. Was it sexist? Yes. Was it so fucking stupid that they didn't just divide the gym evenly? Yes. Were the people that were putting on the event fully aware of the fact that none of them are going to use the equipment? They're going to be playing Xbox in their fucking rooms the entire
Yup.
time? Yes. Stop being phony, man.
But then just don't do the weight room. That's all you got to do. Why are we spending money, period? Let's just save money, not have a weight room.
This is why school costs so much, because you motherfuckers need to be doing squats and any other exercise. I don't know. I'm just saying, school got to pay for it.
Yeah. We got to
Right.
pay for it.
This is us paying for
Sally Mae got to pay for it, and I'm
Sally
going to pay
Mae.
her back one day.
it. Fucking Dove. Fucking Dove.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Truffle. Welcome back.
Came in on perfect time.
Here's something that I saw that I actually have no proof to if it's real or not, but it was going around Twitter, and I've heard a few conversations about this. Male virginity on the rise.
Yes.
You were a virgin most of your life.
Most of my life.
What are your thoughts?
I wish I was born 10 years later. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have seemed so freakish my whole life. I'd have had more friends. No, I don't know if I believe it, but I also can see how you just have porn all the time. These guys don't know how to talk to girls. They weren't trained to like deal with rejection. You're just like, I'll just jerk off, watch all the porn I want, and I'll chill.
But isn't it weird that as it's become monumentally easier to get pussy, meaning like you can literally swipe pussy into your house, right?
Yeah.
So much easier to meet girls. Like
Yeah.
the dating app,
They'll talk to you first now.
they talk to you first. What is the name of that app?
Bumble.
Again? Bumble, yeah. So it's like the most terrifying thing about meeting a girl is public humiliation, at least when we were growing up.
Right.
It's like getting humiliated in front of your friends. Now they've eliminated public humiliation.
Yeah.
You get humiliated, but in the privacy of your own phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody sees that humiliation. You end up connecting with the people that work. It's like, it's baffling to me. As we've made things easier, they've become harder. Like, maybe we shouldn't be making things easier. Maybe we need to work those fucking muscles. And maybe when we let muscles atrophy, we're actually limiting our ability. Like, it worked great for those of us who learned how to get pussy the hard way, and then it became easier.
Right.
But the motherfuckers who never learned the hard way never built up the muscle.
Yeah.
It's like,
You had on ankle weights. You had to hit on girls in real life.
Yeah.
Then you took off the ankle weights, and now it's just messages online.
shooting fish in a barrel.
These motherfuckers got no ankles.
They got no ankles. It's like the what do they always say? Like the son of the king is always going to lose the throne because he never had to earn it in the first place.
Okay.
Is that a quote?
It's something about like it's like
Hippocrates?
Hippocrates. No. Like the king that had to actually win the throne through like war.
He wanted it.
He won it, right?
Yeah.
Whereas the one who just gets it through nepotism never had to earn it, so he doesn't actually know how to rule people.
Yeah.
He's just a spoiled little bitch.
Right.
And I wonder if that's what we're raising, this generation of spoiled little bitches. We thought we were just going to make it easier to get laid, when in reality, they need to put the work in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see it being harder because one, I think even women are getting way more shallow because now they're just like have these, oh, if you're not over 6 foot, don't even swipe on me and shit like that.
Oh, shit.
And
That's
COVID.
true.
And so
Oh,
with COVID and shit like that,
shit.
now you can't even like go out on dates to meet these
Oh my
motherfuckers.
God, Al, you just said something super fucking profound. I didn't even think about this. The idea that now that dating apps are purely digital, it is a meat market.
Yeah.
And could this be what makes guys start waxing their eyebrows, makes guys start using like almost makeup-esque things, like really leaning into their looks in a way women have leaned into their looks? Because women knew that their looks were currency, at least to meet the opposite sex. So now guys know that the only way I'm going to be able to get laid is if I look good on this app. I need to make sure the meat looks good. If I'm at a grocery store, you know how the vegetables and fruits always look way more delicious when you're in the store because they put the nice lights on it.
Yeah.
They're spraying water every once in a while. Are guys going to start leaning into their looks in a way they never had to before because they know that's what it's going to take?
And do they start leaning away from their personality?
And lean away from their success. They're like, oh, I could get pussy if I just look good, and not because I'm successful or wealthy, and not because I'm necessarily charming. I just have to look. Well, I think you still have to charm the pussy. But you might they might start investing in things that are not the traditional matrix within the traditional matrix that we used to get laid, which is success. I'm gonna be successful. These girls want to be a successful dude. Okay, we got it.
What was the saying? You'll lose money chasing women. You'll never lose women chasing money.
Yeah, that's a fire ass saying.
Yeah, that's a thing that they just used to always say to us. Now might not be so true. Now, hey, these bitches make more than you anyway.
Bro, that's crazy. That is crazy. And I wonder if that is the catalyst for guys being super feminine about their looks. Like, we already went through that as I sit here with my legs crossed, but like we already went through that stage, I think, where guys start, we're being critical of other dudes for being too feminine, right?
Metrosexuals.
Yeah, the metrosexual stage, and they're like maybe doing things to manicure themselves in a way that maybe the traditional dude wouldn't support.
Yeah.
But now I feel like we could enter a stage where they might be starting to use filters and makeup.
Yeah.
Or they go the other way, just become full incels.
Which is what this might also be.
Yeah, and they get
this.
angsty and frustrated and pissed off. Because that's the other thing. I'm reading this article about the male virginity thing, is that they're saying that women's market has increased so much. Like, if you're like a 19, 20-year-old girl, like back in the day, your market for who you could have sex with was like your college community, people in your math class, that sort of thing. But now you can access 35-year-old dudes, like 40-year-old dudes at the bars. Like, all of a sudden, you get to choose. Your pool is so much bigger. Whereas like guys, like they don't necessarily have the choice, and
We had a protected pool. This was really interesting. I noticed this when I was in college, and there was a sorority fraternity thing, and there wasn't like an actual statement made, but like the sorority chicks and the fraternity dudes kind of fucked each other.
Yeah,
and
that's how it always was.
And that was a structure that was set up for success for both of them. You pick within these different groups. The outsiders don't really tap into those groups, and we keep our parties somewhat, I guess, homogenous, for lack of a better word. And this way, a dude who doesn't have much value in the free market has a lot of value if he's attached to this fraternity that is valuable, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like the Hollywood setup in a way, right? I guess all structures.
No, that's happening now in Hollywood with TikTok content houses. Those are that's the high school structure.
So then you have this situation where a guy could siphon off value from the frat that he was in, and girls, I guess, could siphon off value from the sororities that they were in.
Right.
And that's so interesting, man.
Yeah. But now, like, if you're like a 22-year-old girl in college, like,
now you can date the entire world as a 22, where there wasn't access to the entire world. Yes, there was if you went to nightclubs and that kind of stuff, which they did. Like girls that were 22, it was not lost upon them that they could date whatever guy that they wanted. I don't think girls just started realizing, I can fuck old guys.
But in terms of access, though.
Yeah.
I think there was as much access in terms of going out to nightclubs. I mean, that's
But I
who
don't
was at
think all
nightclubs.
girls went to nightclubs. Now every girl has these apps.
I think they would all go to nightclubs now. You think?
Also, you
I
get
know
to see a
girls that
different side.
would not go out late.
But I agree with you. There's definitely more people, and you're not just dealing with nightclub douchebags. You're dealing with like a guy who's 35, he's got a good job.
Yeah, and he's posting pictures from his car. He's posting pictures of him skiing. You're like, oh wow, this guy's got all
This
these
is
hobbies.
interesting, Mark.
He's mature. He's older. He's got a career. Why am I going to waste time with this
Great fucking point.
22-year-old dork?
These 22-year-olds don't have a fucking shot in hell unless they're popular on TikTok or something.
Especially because girls are maturing older than guys anyway.
Already?
And so they're like, yeah, I want a guy that's mature and professional and got his shit figured out.
I like nice bags. This guy can actually buy my bag. I mean, it sucks for me to just chalk women up to that, but like there might be some thinking in these like shallow chicks.
Well, the things that you wanted to get successful to get chicks, these guys are already successful, and now these chicks have access to those successful guys.
Which is, I think, actually kind of how it was historically for a long time, like way back in the day, like 1700s, like you were, 17-year-old girl getting married to a 35-year-old guy.
Yeah, but like
a thing?
communities,
Yeah.
of course, yeah. But like communities were much smaller,
Right, exactly.
right? Like
And it was often arranged and things like that.
exactly, yeah. So you had this small dating pool, and it kind of functioned within that small dating pool because there was a hierarchy established within that pool.
Right.
Now you're dating the whole world. Like these literal apps, you can go on apps and then match with people in fucking Australia.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
yeah.
So now as a young dude, you're competing with older guys who women do not have any issue with dating older. If anything, they prefer it.
Yeah.
Right? So you're at a disadvantage. It's not like if you're a girl and you're older, there's a disadvantage because guys might prefer a younger girl, right? Like if there's a guy who's 30 years old, he might want to date a girl who's 25, not 30.
Yeah.
Right? And for not even shallow reasons. like
Biological reasons.
biological ones. Yeah. If he wants to have 5 kids and doesn't want to start making those kids for another 5 years, it ain't happening with that 35-year-old.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break for a second because it's about time you stepped up your style. And I'm telling you, the easiest way to do this, especially as a dude, the only acceptable form of jewelry that exists as a dude is a watch. This is no-brainer.
What else you gonna wear? A wedding ring? It's either a watch or something that actively repels pussy.
That's true. You actually can wear a wedding ring. That's okay. And you probably should wear the wedding ring. But
Not if you're single, though.
outside of that, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can wear a fucking chain and shit, but you can wear that to work?
Yeah, come on.
I mean, who would wear a chain to work? All I'm saying is the watch is a universally accepted form of jewelry for men and is a great way to you to step your game up. Obviously, you're not using it to tell time. I mean, you're using the phone to tell time. You're out here trying to look cute. And I'm telling you, there's a great and affordable watch brand with excellent timepieces that you can look so absolutely cute in, and it's called Vincero. Akaash, do you like the watches?
Yo, they're great watches. Best watch you can get for the money. It's that simple.
Really is that simple.
Yeah.
It
You
is
want
a
it?
quality watch. The look is spectacular for somebody who can afford this level of watch. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not an AP. Okay,
Nope.
You're not getting a Patek Philippe.
Nope.
That's a different bracket.
Nope.
We're talking about the people that want to look nice, want to look presentable, and are earning their way up to those bougie ass fucking watches.
It's not a Rolex, but it's also not a Timex.
That's what I'm talking
You know
about.
what I mean?
So, what can they do, guys? I'll tell you what you can do. You can go to Vincero's website, and they have this amazing thing that helps you select the watch that best fits your style. It's really cool. You just basically click on pictures and answer the questions that really showcase how you like to dress, and they're going to bring the styles of watches that they think will work perfectly with the outfits that you already wear. They also have a 5-year warranty and a 365-day return policy. So they are so confident in their products that they let you send it back after a year if you don't absolutely love it. Okay? It's stress-free shopping with fair and honest prices. Where else will you find this good of a deal? Absolutely nowhere. Okay? That's why Vincero has over 27,000 5-star reviews that you can read yourself on their site if you want. No one takes quality as serious as Vincero. Okay? What they think is that you deserve the best, and they're there to deliver it for you. So, don't overpay for a watch that looks cheap and disappoints. Go to VinceroCollective.com/flagrant. That's VINCERO collective.com/flagrant. I'm telling you, we love these watches. You will too. Go pick one up for yourself right now. This is a buy that you won't regret. Promise. Now let's get back to this. Wow, man. So it makes sense. So you believe in this virginity thing? You think that it's real?
I think also a possibility, I think that's all true. I think another factor could be, I've heard kids don't drink as much. They don't do as many drugs now. And it's just because they have dopamine whenever they want right here. So they just are always kind of like, oh, I'm good. I got my little dopamine hit. I'm good. I don't need that as much as I used to.
I thought kids were doing way more drugs.
Yeah,
I think some kids are doing way more, but I think overall there's a lot more kids that aren't drinking, aren't doing anything.
When I was in college, there were people that did cocaine, but it was taboo still.
Yeah.
Now cocaine has become a party drug. In my generation, it's become like oh, we're going out tonight, might as well do some cocaine.
For kids?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, like college, like late high school.
Late high school, but they treat it like taking a puff of weed.
Yeah.
Like, you want to do some coke? Yeah, I guess I'm already out. I'm having a few drinks. I'll do some
Ecstasy,
coke.
I've heard the same.
This was, if you did coke, it was like, this is what we're doing tonight. We're doing some coke tonight. Did you find a way to get some coke? Like, it was almost dangerous. You're like, we could go to jail if we do coke.
I didn't
Someone
even
could find
see
coke on us.
anybody doing coke till I was in New York in my mid-20s.
Yeah. You didn't also see labia until 30
Early
years old.
30s.
Yeah.
That's a valid point.
Yeah.
That's a
There's a
valid
couple
point.
other things that the article mentions, is like marriage rates going down. So like back in the day,
This I see.
Yeah.
yeah, if you were 18 getting married because you're in a community and
Yeah.
you're gonna have sex at 18 because that's what it is.
Dude,
I feel
what?
so bad for these young boys, yo.
Yeah.
Apparently, sexlessness.
They're
rises.
not gonna get sex until they become successful.
Son,
Yeah.
this
Been there, done that.
That sucks.
no, but this tapped into like I used to have a joke. I didn't even really do the joke per se, but like a premise about there's no terrorism like in Puerto Rico. You know what I mean? It's like because motherfuckers are getting pussy. You know what I mean? Like you getting pussy at 15 years old, 14 years old. People are fucking, and whenever they're fucking, there's no terrorism, right? And we always talk about like who's the greatest domestic terrorist.
Oh, like domestic terrorism.
Yeah, I'm talking
okay.
like there was
Dude's not getting pussy.
Say what?
Dude's not getting pussy.
Dude's not getting pussy, right? And that shit ain't happening in the Middle East. Motherfuckers not getting any pussy. And they're like, yo, we got all this pussy when you dead. You ready to risk it? Not only that, Ireland. People always want to talk about, you come from like a strict Catholic,
Maybe.
right? You come from a super
He
strict.
reluctantly gave that up.
No.
Maybe, fine.
Maybe, all right.
Whatever.
You know? I think there could have been something like there if it was a super strict Catholic country where you're a little bit repressed when it comes to your like sexual desires. In the Dominican Republic, you're not going to find any of this terrorism. You know what I mean? Maybe there's like narco terrorism, which is completely drug related, not related from not getting no fucking pussy.
Yeah.
You know? But any of these places where you're allowed to actually fuck, where you got some pussy to look forward to, you're not blowing up no fucking building.
Apparently, I don't know if I brought this up before, but there was actually like a psychological war tactic done in Iraq where like
Oh, they dropped fucking porn,
yeah,
dude.
they were like putting porn into the homes. Where like they were like putting it through like the airwaves.
Yeah.
So like late at night, if you wanted to like tune in, it wasn't like broadcast in your face, but if you want to go to a channel and watch porn, it used to never be accessible, and now it was.
But why they do that?
So that they could see women without mustaches. And they thought that would end the war. They thought if they saw a woman without a full mustache and beard and also a unibrow, that they would go, no, this is right.
Mark,
Americans.
why did
get
they
it."
do that? What was the
I
purpose
mean,
of that?
like the theory is that it was able to like sedate the men, and that like they weren't as eager to be out there, you know, killing and shit when they're able to, you know.
Did it work?
So if you just keep them at home whacking off, they'll not go outside and do
Project
things.
Pink, did it work?
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
I mean, we're still in Iraq, dude. I don't know.
We need to start dropping women over there, I think.
Yeah, what's the porn for? But yeah, it is just interesting to see, and like to make that connection with was it domestic terrorism? Like, who are the people you see at least marketed as doing this domestic terrorism?
Dude's not getting pussy, right?
White dudes.
Or white dudes.
White dudes, right? Like, obviously, domestic terrorism. There's like an interesting spin because like we don't call any like gang activity domestic terrorism, right? There's like tons of like shootings happening. I'm not saying this is just in Chicago and like the fucking Italian mafia can go shoot somebody up and nobody's like, oh, it's domestic terrorism. Like the Russian mob can go hang some people off a fucking building. Nobody's like, it's domestic terrorism.
I guess because you assume they're not killing civilians or killing
it's not
people
innocent
from other mobs or gangs or whatever. So you were like, oh, that's just warfare between those two parties.
Gotcha.
Domestic terrorism is a bunch of
Where you
motherfuckers who
kill
have
people
nothing
that
to do
you
with
have
anything.
absolutely no relation to whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's so weird that we have to chalk this up, and one seems. But
We
one
got a
is-
lot of murders, yo.
No, you know what it is? One is more terrifying. The traditional
That's a good
domestic
point.
it's more terrifying because
Yeah.
you're like, oh, it could happen to me.
That's
Like,
terror.
That's
I'm living in terror. If I'm in a
Yeah.
gang, I signed up for this. If
that's
I'm
a great
a mob
distinction.
family, this is what I signed up for.
Just to clarify, that's a fucking great distinction. You guys are 100% right on that because I can avoid the Irish mob. I can avoid the Italian mob. I can avoid the Russian mob, hopefully. Like, I don't have to like borrow money for them or I don't have to like do gambling debts with them. But just going to a nightclub and then getting shot up,
Yeah.
that's hard to avoid.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Imagine going to a massage parlor. Like, that's the last place you think is going to get shot the fuck up.
Yeah, bro.
Well,
Hayes had the funniest. I made him do it on stage, but he was like, "Can you imagine if like you were like your husband was like an innocent bystander there, and you're like so shocked about it, and then you're like, wait, where was he? He was doing what?
Yo, there's some people that got to lie about where they were that day. And they were in the thick of it. Dude. That's crazy.
yeah.
Nah, some dudes were getting beat off that day. And the cops got to question them. They're like, I'd rather not.
Or the wife is mourning her husband. I can't believe it. And then like, this motherfucker, what?
Oh, you're talking about the
The
husband
family,
actually
yeah, your
died.
dad. Imagine that's your dad.
Oh,
You're like,
you
my
played it
dad,
off.
oh my God.
You go, I had to run in. I heard him. I was going to save him.
I was gonna save the
I tried to
day.
stop it.
Oh my Lord!
Yeah.
You got to act. I was trying to jump in front of the bullet.
Yeah.
You got to build a whole hero story to cover the fact that you were getting beat off.
Yeah, it's your only hope.
Wow.
Yeah. But actually, I was talking to Ben about this, about like how incel,
About how
like,
he's related. Oh, sorry.
sexlessness makes you so pissed and angry and stuff.
Yeah.
But if that's true, you would expect it would be the people in the culture that are like most commonly sexless, that are not getting any sex, that would be the most angry. You know what I mean? Like, so like statistically, it's like,
They are. That's what we're saying. They're shooting up.
Yeah.
but it's like Asian dudes that like are like rejected by women at a high rate because they're not seen as like sexually desirable.
Maybe they don't have the
Sometimes
expectation.
Indian dudes are low on the poll,
What
but there's
I would-
never Indian terrorism.
But I
Never
would say that
Asian terrorism.
that's a function of the community that you're within. So if you're a white dude and you see all your friends out here getting pussy, you go on Instagram, you see these white dudes doing this cool shit getting pussy, and the expectation is you should be getting all this pussy and you're not getting anything, then there that resentment comes, right? But if in your community, like Akaash, I don't know if you felt like an outlier within your community or you were like, no, this is kind of like down with the values we're supposed to uphold.
Yeah,
You
a lot
weren't
of
that
most of my
weird.
friends were fucking in like college, but it wasn't like crazy that I wasn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Because so it's like you're not that abnormal.
To my white friends, I was a fucking mutant. To my black friends, I was like, actually, the Southern Christian ones got it, but outside of that, they were like, what the fuck is this thing?
That's funny that they low-key looked up to it a little bit. They were like, nah, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even the white ones are just like, I'm Christian, but you're gay.
You're the one going to hell, buddy.
I know God said that shit. He said a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, so I guess you need the community to make you feel comfortable with that decision.
Yeah.
But if it's not a decision, like if you're just trying to like fuck white chicks and they're like, nah, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Like, I would expect them to be the most angry. Like,
Yeah, you would expect it if they're judging themselves completely outside of the Asian community.
right.
You know what I mean?
But even
Because-
with-
And I think
Like-
I'm trying to wrap my like form this fully, but like the women you're trying to have sex with, are they openly trying like down to have sex or not? Like Indian girls, Asian girls, you don't know culturally to be down to fuck and like be out there or whatever.
Right, but if
white
you're trying to
girls,
fuck sorority chicks,
if you're a white dude who wants to fuck white girls, you're looking at the white girls and they're not like usually super conservative and pretending they don't fuck anybody. So you're like, yo, you're having sex with all these people, but not me. Indian guy's not looking at Indian girls like you're having sex with all these dudes and not me.
no, but why aren't Indian dudes trying to fuck white girls and then going,
They are.
oh, why aren't they don't want to fuck me? And,
I think
like, getting
that there
angry.
might be a societal like that's what we perceive as happening throughout society. So I'm not the freak.
Yeah.
They're just not having sex with Indian dudes. It's not me that's the freak. Indian dudes are just undesirable, and that sucks. And I could be frustrated about that. But it's not
not the
about
only
me.
one.
Yeah, it's not
you have
me.
a cover.
That's my.
Right.
That's what I'm
Whereas if
theorizing
you're a
right
white
now.
dude,
Dudes kill
yeah.
themselves in Norway. Like, you know, like it's the happiest country in the world. So why they have the high suicide rate? And then people are saying, well, imagine everybody was happy around you and you're depressed.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like that's
Yeah.
got to be horrible. But if everybody's depressed around you and you're depressed, you're like, oh, this is normal.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas if you're a white dude keeps on getting rejected, you're like, she's banging other white dudes.
Yeah.
She's banging other tall guys.
I'm
she's
supposed
banging
to
whatever.
be desirable.
Yeah.
Every white dude's out here getting pussy except me.
Right, right.
You
right.
feel like just such a loser.
Yeah.
Ah, that actually makes sense.
Yeah, so I think it has to do a lot with the community. But yeah, I was asking him about the Asian hate thing. He said something interesting. He was like, he goes, Asians don't, he's half Asian. He's half Japanese and half white, half normal. And he said that, no. He said, he's like, here's the thing with us is like we don't get seen as fully American, and I'm sure you probably experienced this too.
Yeah.
And his relatives, like his grandfather and grandmother, were in the internment camps. You know, so like this is like from his lineage.
Yeah.
But
and his dad was born in America.
But 3 generations were born.
Yeah.
In America, right? So his grandpa, his great grandpa, born in America. So this motherfucker's American.
He's more American than me.
100%.
Yeah.
You're not any. You're not, right? Like you weren't born here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Welcome, motherfucker. So he was saying we don't get looked at as American. We still get looked at as other. And then he said that a lot of this. He goes, ask yourself. He goes, does anybody hate Asians? And I go, dude, I don't know anybody that hates Asians.
Right.
He goes, I don't think people hate Asians. I just think people actually don't think about us because we don't operate on like the extremes of society. Like there's no Asian Denzel Washington. There's no Asian, I'm trying to think of like a huge, CEO or something that we'd be familiar with.
Yeah, some famous musician or whatever.
Exactly. Yo-Yo Ma is the most famous Asian musician that
Steve
you're
Aoki.
probably
I
thinking.
don't even know if he plays an instrument.
No Asian Elon Musk.
Throws
No,
cake at people.
no Asian Michael Jordan.
Right, exactly. He's like, if you think of the most famous Asian person that you know, go. Who do you think it is?
Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what everyone
Yeah, like
said.
maybe
Some
Jeremy
K-pop
Lin,
band.
Andrew Yang or something like that. And even that is kind of rare, right?
Yeah.
So what Asians have done is, he said something interesting. So it's easy kind of to hate them or see them as other as a reflection of like nationalism almost in a way. Like it's easy to go, oh, you guys are responsible for the coronavirus or whatever that is, because even though they're American, they're not seen as American by Americans. Like weirdly, when it comes to like the racial component, is nobody's comparing who's gotten it worse. Obviously, black people have gotten worse here than anybody. But America, and Akaash made this point to me a long time ago. He goes, America is kind of black and white. Like black people are American and white people are American. And then everybody else is kind of...
You just got to like pick a side. Like people tell me you act black, you act white. Okay, how do I act Indian in America?
Yeah.
What do I do?
Yeah, they have no reference.
I swear the only thing I knew to do, part of why I was pre-med, was like, I think it's what I'm supposed to do. Part of it.
Al, you're shaking your head?
I would just give a little pushback. It's like, it's black and white, but then there is a portion of white that think it's just white. Oh, it's supposed to just be.
Well, that's
white.
the thing.
It's supposed to just be white.
Let me clarify that. There is a black American way to be, and there is a white American way to be.
Identity-wise, there's a black identity in America, whether you want to choose it or not. White identity in America, whether you want to choose it or not.
And most of us are a kind of combination of both. Like you and I are both influenced by like white and black culture, right? And you're skewed more black and I skew more white, but we both have these influences from these other cultures, right? You and I are not influences by Asians or Indians at all.
Or at least you don't think you are.
At least we don't think we are. Like, maybe I am, and maybe Akaash is like rubbed off of me in ways. But if you and I were like talking and we like did some random Indian shit, we'd be like, bro, why did you just do that? Like, whereas,
that's a good point.
Indians, I think, and Asians are going to be influenced by the white and black cultural impulses that they're going to.
Because we don't have an identity here. There is no
and you're newer, dude. Like,
and it'll take time and it'll happen. But right now, there is no identity. There's no.
And furthermore, to Uyeda's point is, Asians haven't assumed the positions of influence that black and white people have.
Yeah.
So white people, let's say, go towards like business and politics, which does influence culture. Black people go towards entertainment, right? Which influences culture, you could argue, even more. So these things are permeating American culture globally. Whereas Asians, and you can include Indians in this as well, we're going to go for law. We're going to be lawyers, doctors, dentists. We're going to be successful. We're going to sacrifice the crazy dreams, the rolling the dice, risking 100%. It all, and being a fucking basketball player, musician, or something, or comedian, right? For something that is secure and safe.
I think for our parents, the crazy dream happened.
Yeah.
Their basketball career, their NBA, NFL, they made it to America. But that was the crazy dream.
Yeah.
So it's like, just play it safe. And then to your point, to add on to it, then you don't get, if you're not in those things, it's easy to be like, oh, they're not American, because I don't see Asians at all until recently, like in movies, in basketball. So black people, you hating black people, you hate Michael Jordan.
He said something, he goes,
enjoy that.
He goes, in a way we made a deal with the devil. And I go, what are you talking about? He goes, no, I'm not upset about this. This is great. Like, we make more money than white people.
Right.
Like, we have a higher like per house income than white families.
Right.
We're killing it here. But that comes at the cost of feeling part of the fabric of society. He goes, I think that's why a lot of Asians end up being police officers. I go, what do you mean? He goes, they just kind of want to feel like they're part of this thing. And I think that's probably why you see a lot of black people join the military, maybe why a lot of Asians join the military as well. I think there's other reasons as well. But like when you fight for the country, you can't take away the Americanness.
Right.
You know what I mean? You see a lot of Latinos join the military as well.
Yeah.
And maybe that's part of like, hey, I'm in on this shit.
Yeah.
You're not going to tell me I'm not American when I got this fucking outfit on.
Yeah.
You know? And it was just a really cool observation. It's like they got all this success in America without integrating into like the cultural influence and fabric of it.
Yeah.
And because of that,
You're kind of invisible.
they're invisible.
Yeah.
And because they're invisible, it seems as if it's easier to, for lack of a better word, hate Asians. It's just a little bit easier to
They feel more
treat them
foreign.
as different. They feel foreign.
And we talked about it a little, and this is why he pointed out like Asian female fetishization. Like it's way easier to fetishize Asian women because well, apparently
Took
according to
me
him,
a while, actually. It was like shrimp. Took a second, you know?
he was saying that Tinder released like data, and they said that Asian women were swiped on the most, like above like white women above anything. And so he was like,
Asian women, white men.
yeah. And so he said the reason is like they like it. There's like that invisibility and like he called it kind of like dehumanization.
Yeah.
But like it's not in a hateful way. It's just like, oh, it's difficult to necessarily associate because I don't see you represented anywhere.
Yeah.
So therefore I can see you as doll-like and like sexual in that way.
Yeah.
Remove you from your humanity.
Yeah, he said, and there's the thing, he's like, listen, we went for the bag, right? And he goes, we had this conversation. There's like so many outside influences in terms of what you can or can't do and what you're supposed to do and like cultural influences. But like, he basically was like, we tried to secure the bag and now we got to try to secure some sort of cultural influence. And he goes, and black people secured cultural influence. Now they got to go secure the bag.
Right.
And it's like they're opposite sides of the spectrum. Now, this is so complicated. Is it to chalk it up to like black people going, we're going to take over entertainment? It was more like, oh, they won't let us do anything?
Yeah.
Besides entertainment.
There's laws against this from
Exactly. So
in
like,
business.
he recognized that. He's not saying that, but in a way, these outside sources that push people and push these two groups of people in different directions, they've kind of, now you guys kind of have to flip
Yeah.
in a weird way.
Yeah.
You know? But anyway, yeah, just about the, that's what it is. I think listen, there's many groups that can be upset about the shooting at the massage parlors. Asians obviously feeling targeted, their lives right now. I think black people got to be pissed off about this. Because for years, people have been telling black people, yo, it's your culture that's bad. Why don't you just go be successful, go to school, get good jobs, don't commit crime. Why don't you not commit crime? Why don't you don't do all these bad things? You're doing all these bad things, and that's why you keep ending up in jail. That's why you're getting shot for no reason, because you're doing all these bad things. And then you look at these Asians in the salon that start their own business, they go to school, they do all the things that these like crazy alt-right conservative motherfuckers say black people should do, and then they get shot up for no reason.
Yeah.
So the point is, motherfuckers get shot up for no reason. It's not because your education rates are lower. What it is that when you get looked at in a dehumanized way, it's easier to fucking shoot somebody.
Yeah. One thing I was seeing, there was like two groups of, let's just say minorities that were for protect Asians, like let's stop the hate against Asians. And then the other group is like, well, what about us? We get, we have more violence acts happening to us. So it was like one group is like, yo, we should stand for everybody. And the other group is like, nah, we're bigger victims. So like, why are we paying attention to them when we're still the biggest victim?
Yeah.
And like, I saw that, but I like the pushback of the people who were just like, no, we got to stand with Asians.
That part is
think-
interesting.
Yeah.
Go.
No, just like seeing like certain black people's response to like the parlor thing, because there's certain black people, like probably the majority that I've seen on like Twitter and stuff, being like Stop Asian Hate, the whole hashtag, whatever. But then there is a subset that, like you were saying, like that aren't on with it because of either like feeling like the bigger victim or some other like complex reason. I don't know. But it is interesting seeing how that shifts, and especially for white people to see that and be like, Because I think oftentimes white people will group like racial groups into just their like monolithic paradigm of like, this is what they are. Like black people aren't racist. They can't be racist. Asian people can't be racist, blah, blah. And then they see black people being like prejudiced towards Asian people on Twitter and being like, oh, well, you came to New York and ruined it, blah, blah, blah. And it's interesting for white people being like, oh, wait, this is not all one cohesive group that all believes the same thing. And if for them, I don't know, it's interesting to see the shift.
Yeah, it's tricky, man. It is also tricky just because of like the relationship between black people and Asians. And it hasn't been a very friendly one throughout like the American experiment, at least growing up for me. Like I saw a lot of racism towards my black friends from the Asian community, right? And I'm not talking about the Asians I went to school with, but I'm talking about like if we were in Chinatown, we're going into like the Asian bodegas or whatever like that. It was always a little bit, you know, be followed around and shit. And we would steal from them. So maybe that was reasonable, for right reason, you know.
But you got treated fine. Yeah. That's where it's fucked up.
But so it is a weird thing where like, I don't know, I guess as black people, you guys got to make a decision. Like, do you put that aside and ride for them and then hope that they also ride for you in the future? Because there's no doubt like Asians, outside of America, Asians are fucking racist as fuck, right? Like Asians don't even like Asians.
Yeah.
Like that's next level racist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they don't even like each other.
Yeah.
They definitely not gonna like black dudes, right? Like, so it's hard to ride for someone that you feel like has been prejudiced towards you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you want to ride against prejudice.
Yeah.
And you just hope if I'm going to help you out, you're going to help me out again when this happens again, because it will soon.
Right.
So hopefully you remember this. And that's just, I think, the way to do it. It's just interesting because it's kind of like the injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere thing.
Yeah.
But then that group of people who's like, yo, no, we need to help Asians.
Yeah.
There's a subset of those people that will start trying to help so many people that you're like, all right, you're doing a lot right now.
Yeah.
This inclusive thing, you're doing a lot.
Yeah.
So there's like a gray area where it's like, yo, this is inhumane. This is tragic. We got to do something about this. This is like something we speak on.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, it just feels like there's a middle ground for both parties.
How many Asians do you think are getting beat up just for being dicks? Like having nothing to do. Like now you got
Zero.
You don't think there's a single Asian like that just gets in a bar fight?
Nope.
Yeah.
Remember like back in the day when there was a lot of like gay hate crimes and like if a gay dude did anything to you, you couldn't even beat him up because it was going to get looked at as a hate crime.
Yeah.
But that motherfucker might have deserved to get beat up for nothing to do with the fact that he sucks dicks. Like he's just an asshole. He got to get beat up for that.
But at a massage parlor, they're doing a public service.
No, bro, I'm not talking about that.
Like,
They're doing a public service.
yeah, I mean, these are heroes.
What's that?
The first Asian-led Marvel film is going to come out, Shang-Chi, the Chinese actor Simu Liu. That might be a little bridge builder. Connect
it can't
through
be-
the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I don't know,
Too
man.
Asian,
It's the
bro.
thing, bro.
It can't be too Asian.
come
Like
on.
this is the trickiest part, right? Like everybody want to maintain their culture and they want to be American at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's like if you want to be seen as American, you can't lean into your foreignness, right?
Yeah.
Because
But,
no, wait for the
where you're
explanation. Wait for the explanation. There's nothing wrong with you being seen as foreign. Like, think about all these Italian motherfuckers like, oh, I'm so Italian, I'm this and I'm all right, well, then now you're Italian. And I'm going to describe you as Italian. And when we talk about you, you're Italian. You're not American, you're Italian, right? So when you lean into your motherland culture, you are going to be seen by like that.
I gotta push back. Black Panther brought everybody together. That was like one of their highest
y'all
grossing films.
also
and
define-
it wasn't just black people.
No,
But
no,
black
I'm not-
people
I-
also define what's cool. And when black people were going to see it over and over and over again, the rest of us were like, there must be something to it.
Also, keep in mind, like, the references, the vocabulary and shit like that, they were using African accents, but they're using, like, it's lit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
but that's
doing dance moves and shit
But
like
that's
that.
what
It
I'm
was an
saying.
American
That's how
movie.
you integrate African culture with American culture.
Yeah.
And if the Asian movie does that same thing, and if it's a good
But there's
movie,
no Asian American cultural touchstones.
You're
you
right.
just got to slip it in.
But okay, so what he's saying is, what are you slipping in? What's the Asian American culture you're slipping in?
It's lit? Nope.
Break dancing.
That's yours, bro.
Yeah, but if you do it better, then we're gonna respect you. And I was like, oh, yeah, you're my boy now.
This is a thing that I actually talked to Ben about. That I
Yeah.
was like, I get frustrated when movies like they create like the diversity movie.
Yeah.
And then it's
Yeah.
like I feel like I can't connect because and he put it this way. He said you can't lead with the detail. which I actually thought was a cool way to put it. Like when you meet someone, or at least for me, if I meet someone that's like, yo, I'm pro-black, I'm the black guy, I'm all Black Lives Matter, everything black, pro-Africa, whatever. I meet them and I feel like there's a little bit of like a wall. And I'm like, oh, you might not like me because I'm white. I'm so clearly not black. And the thing that's most important to you is your blackness. So I feel like there might be a disconnect. Whereas this guy might love motorcycles. He might love comedy. And like
There might be other points
and
where
there's
you
a-
could kind of unite.
or he's just an American dude that likes American culture. I'm like, oh yeah, we can connect on that. And I don't want anyone to try to whitewash their cultural identity. I don't want a black guy to try to be more white to fit me.
Yeah.
But if you lead to me with the facet of your identity that is alien to me, then I'm not gonna be able to connect with it. So like
with that part. Yeah.
with that specific part, and maybe not be able to connect with you, even though we have so many other things in common.
Because that's what you led with. That's how you defined yourself.
So like I meet Akaash, and Akaash is Indian, and he never hides his Indianness.
Yeah.
But because we connected through comedy and like bullshit about sports, whatever, like we're able
Virginity.
to connect as friends, and he's able to maintain his Indianness, and I'm able to learn about that through that way. But if he came forward and was like, "Yo, I am Indian, and like this is what is the most important thing to me," I'd be like, "Oh, maybe we can't connect." And so like whenever there's these movies like the Tuskegee Airmen movie, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be like a very pro-black thing. Like I don't necessarily have like a huge cultural interest in seeing this. Crazy Rich Asians, I was like, this is gonna be some Asian movie.
It's also
about
just not a good movie.
some
but
Asian
I didn't
stuff.
watch
like-
that shit.
what I'm saying.
I
Not
couldn't be
good.
less interested in that shit.
But now if they branded it as like, oh, here's
I
an
couldn't be-
interesting movie.
I just want to see what a fancy fortune cookie look like, bro. Like if you're a billionaire family, if you're a billionaire family, bro,
That's fortunate.
son,
That is
it's literal
fortunate.
fortune in the
Yeah.
cookie, dog.
Have a fortune.
Yeah. What message is gonna be in that shit when you already rich? Like what?
What's higher than
Hey,
General Tso's chicken?
Hey,
What
you're
level
still
are you
rich.
eating?
You know what I mean? Like, what messages you gonna put in the billion?
Lotto tickets on the back. It's just ha.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why
Like,
would you need it?
Yeah.
You won already.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but I hear what you're saying. I think that that's true. And the thing that people might conflate is, are you saying that we have to, hide our identity in order to fit in? And it's like, you're not saying hide it, but if you're leading with identity, then it's going to be harder for people to attach. But I think you should be able to lead with whatever you want.
Yeah.
You just have to have expectations with the outcome.
Yeah, exactly. Like that Christopher Nolan movie, Tenet or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a black lead, and he's black.
Bro, Soul.
Yeah, even Soul. Yeah, even though that is like a very like pro-black movie, I didn't watch it and be like,
But
oh,
is
this
it?
is.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I took it that way.
The mom owns a laundromat. If anything, that's
Appropriation.
you know what I'm saying?
Malcolm and Marie, which I didn't love as much as you did, but it was very pro-black, but it wasn't about that. It was about this couple fighting. And then they didn't lead with the detail necessarily. They just fucking...
And so when it's branded around that one thing, like I think that it can't be a surprising expectation that people won't connect with it, especially if you're talking about this white.
You know who does a good
Culture.
job of that shit, bro? What is that motherfucker's name? The sketch guy, Key and Peele or
Yeah,
whatever?
Jordan
Oh,
Peele.
yeah.
Jordan Peele. Even though, like, I didn't see the first one, Get Out. What was the second one? Down or some shit? Us. Upside down, I thought it was.
You're talking about Pixar? You're talking about Up.
Yeah,
You're
I
thinking
think I'm
Up.
talking about Up.
Yeah.
But like I'm watching a horror movie that has a black family in it, so they're gonna deal with black family shit.
And it's about black life. Like I don't think I whitewashed it. I don't know. But I'm
yeah,
also,
but it didn't feel like this is a black movie only for black jokes to be understood and whatever. So it's like he just had the characters' lives inform the movie without feeling as if the movie was for black audiences only, like a Tyler Perry film might be. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like,
Absolutely.
I think that create whatever the fuck you want to create.
yeah.
Like, I'm not telling anybody what they should create. Like, if you want to lead with your identity, then fucking lead with your identity. I lead with my identity. My identity just isn't wrapped around my race, right? But like, I lead with kind of the things that are most valuable to me. And for some people, that might be your Indianness or your race, etc.
And sometimes they have to do that.
And then sometimes you have to because you can see it on their fucking face, right? So if you're a paralyzed dude, you're probably going to talk about that in your comedy act in the beginning, right? That being said, if the goal is to be seen as not other, leading as other is not going to get you to that goal as fast.
Yeah, maybe.
What are you saying now?
I just disagree because if the lead is other, but then that lead is doing regular or not regular, but like Americanized things, then you help people see like, oh,
I think we're saying the same thing.
yeah, but I think that movie is going to do that. It's not going to be like he's an Asian superhero and he's only like caring for Asian people. Like, does the movie take place in China?
I don't know what that movie is.
We're not assuming this. That's what his point was. If it
I was
if
just
it
talking
doesn't
about,
lead with the
Dove's
details,
plot.
it will
I think
do
that
well.
movie's gonna help.
Yeah, and he's saying if it doesn't lead with the
relation to-
details, it will.
I don't know what the
Yeah.
movie is.
It will
Yeah,
do well.
no, I mean he is a kung fu master. It's gonna be a heavily Asian cast.
so
Literally,
that-
that's the character. The
Dove,
comic
don't you got
character.
another call
But
outside?
he's
son?
connecting it. No, but it's back to Mark's point of the difference of casting Washington, Mr. Washington for Tenet. Forgot his first name.
Denzel.
No, it's his son. who
Denzel.
plays
John
Tenet.
David.
Oh yeah.
John David.
John David Washington.
He's talking about fucking racist.
Versus Soul, which
That
was
was fair.
created by black people. So it's a two different thing here. I think that this is going to serve and be something that like Asians can be proud of, but it's going to also give everyone else a peek in. And then eventually, because it's so great, they're going to be
Soul-
like, merge the world.
Soul was a hippie movie that happened to be starring a black lead. To me, it was a hippie movie first, and whereas the Tyler Perry's movies, this is a black movie. That you might really enjoy this type of humor, but we know who this is made for, what this audience is. There are Christian movies that are made for Christian audiences. You could go enjoy it, but they're leading with what that movie's about. I think you and I are kind of saying the same thing, where it's just like you can have whatever person is in that lead role as long as the rest of the things that they're doing happen to be relatable. I think that's what Mark is
make
all.
Iron
I think we're
Man-
all on the same page. You're
Make
like,
Iron Man with an Asian dude.
yeah, Iron Man can be fucking Asian.
and the
Doesn't
Asianness
matter.
can inform the movie.
Yeah, and he
Don't
can be-
leave it out. That gets weird.
Don't whitewash.
But
it.
then
No.
he doesn't need Jarvis. He could just figure all the shit out himself.
Yeah, that's a good point. Exactly, bro. Fucking invents all his
Well,
own
I mean,
shit.
that would be fire if Jarvis is talking. He's like, bruh.
Come on, son, I got it.
You're on lunch break. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't like the forced diversity. I just want it to be like be natural, authentic, the way it is in real life.
Here's the thing, though. Sometimes when you just want to place a person of color in a role that is not about their identity, it appears as forced diversity. Because we're so accustomed to seeing people of color playing these caricatures of themselves in TV and film. So when we see the Asian person, like in The Walking Dead, that Asian dude, and he's not all fucking Asian about it, we're like, yo, what is this? Why everything got to be Asian? You know what I mean? Like, you got to be so famous before, like, Denzel Washington is so famous and Will Smith is so famous, we don't even go, oh, that's diversity.
Yeah.
Like, that's how famous Denzel
They're
and
not
Will
making-
Smith are. Think about that.
It takes a lot as a black dude. You got to be super famous to not be making black movies.
Michael B. Jordan is in Creed, and I just called it Black Rocky.
yeah.
Right? Because he's not famous enough for it to be seen as a non-diversity play.
Yeah.
Right? Will Smith, Denzel, there's a few people that are so famous.
Black people have that.
But say
White
they're
people
so
have
good. They're not
wait,
that
say that
they're
again?
so famous.
No, black people have that. White people have that. I think there's very few Asian people that have it.
There aren't.
And pretty much no Indian people that have it, like down the list. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I think when people say America's black and white, that's kind of what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Who's that? And especially if you want to be the Asian, this is something that Ben brought up. If you want to be the Asian lead, you have to be so fucking good compared to like a white guy that like it's not even close. Like if you're like there's no John Krasinski of Asian.
There's an economic play there at part where it's just like, to be a lead, you also have to sell tickets.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
headlining a
But also in
comedy
terms
club,
of like attractiveness, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, but Jackie Chan wasn't really attractive. He wasn't a good actor at all.
He was a badass. though.
Yeah.
Like,
Was he a bad actor?
yeah.
No, he was a badass.
But he was
I mean,
also
he was a
yeah.
good fighter. But
I never
But
saw
that
acting
motherfucker
wise.
sold tickets.
Yeah, he
so
sold tickets.
That's
Now,
the thing
at
when
the
it
end of
comes
the
down
day,
to.
yeah.
So it's like,
Right.
I don't know. We'll see what happens, but shouts to Asians, bro. You know what I mean?
Word.
If what we get out of this is they stop being good at school and start focusing on sports and entertainment and politics, then
Yeah.
Let's go.
God bless.
Yeah,
'cause
you're
I'm
wearing
not-
the Chinese flag on your shirt right now.
Is that what this is?
Yeah, that's your CCP shirt.
I gotta take that shit off. It's still fuck China forever. I'm being honest, bro. You know, it's crazy. It is. Not Chinese people. I love Chinese
Fuck
people.
the Chinese government forever.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
China. Like when I say fuck China, I'm talking about the Chinese government. That's what
Okay.
I mean.
Got it.
You know, Chinese people in China, they probably cool, man. Unless they are cool with their government. That is fuck that. Why can the whole world say fuck America for years, and rightfully so, and that's not racist?
Taiwan's allowed to say fuck China.
I'm rocking with Taiwan.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you gotta say.
I saw a wild article, bro.
Wait, what?
I saw a wild article. Like, we're gonna have to make a decision soon whether we fuck with Taiwan or whether we fuck with China. We being America.
Okay, I thought you meant me.
Because Kissinger went over there a while back when we were trying to get it out of Vietnam, and we were like looking for like Chinese support, I guess, to get out of Vietnam. Kissinger is this guy who's like the architect of American policy for fucking years, right? And foreign policy, and they basically made a deal, and the deal was like, yo, we're gonna remove Taiwan from like the UN status and all these other things, but we're not gonna remove our I think we still got a base there, and but we're not going to essentially say that Taiwan is part of China. And China's big thing is there's one China. And that fucking island over there, Taiwan, is part of this shit. Just like Hong Kong is part of this shit.
Right.
And eventually, they're going to lean on us to make a decision to break an agreement that we made with Taiwan, which was we got your back if anything happens. And they're going to lean on us to make that fucking decision. And if they lean on us and we break that decision to Taiwan, there's an argument to be said that China is the world power now. Because we're going back against our treaty.
Because we're afraid of China.
Because we're afraid of them. And if we're moving... Now, it could be a much more advantageous relationship for us to be cozied up with China and on the same page with China. We get better deals and all this other stuff. But we're going back on our deal for this sovereign nation that I guess let us place a check to see if we still got a American Air Force there.
And that's like when China's like keep shooting missiles in the sea and shit like that, like close by. Does it have to do anything
No,
with
I don't
that?
think that the missile thing has to do with China, with Taiwan. That's just like Taiwan was the last holdout of this. I guess I don't know. Like there was some beef back in the day. What's the guy's name?
I remember.
One of these, basically there was some beef in China and they left and they fled and they fled to this island. And that was like the last stronghold of these
Mao?
people that didn't want to maybe be part of Mao, or was Mao's people. I forget exactly what. I'm no fucking historian on China because fuck them. But
yeah,
just the government.
They still have a base in Taiwan.
They still have a base in Taiwan. Yeah. So America basically was like, yeah, we're going to like hold you down, blah, blah, blah. We're not going to, let anybody fuck with you. And now China's so big that America might be like, yeah, sometimes people got to fuck with you.
Right.
China basically said to America, yo, we got these concentration camps with these Chinese Muslims. You good? And America was like,
yeah, I mean, that's your culture. You know what I mean?
That's what it is, bro.
Stop Asian hate,
Yeah, real talk. Stop Asian hate in America, not China. Let them hate all the Asians you want. Let them oppress the Hong Kong people. Let them oppress the people of Taiwan. Let them oppress the Muslims. Throw them in concentration camps. We don't give a flying fuck about that. And the second anything happens here, and all of a sudden you got NBA players all of a sudden caring about Asians. We care about our Asians. Not any Asians over there.
It's a little gross, actually.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Did you see when one of
If
Biden...
LeBron tweets "Stop Asian Hate," I will fucking go crazy. If LeBron tweets "Stop Asian Hate," unbelievable. Then you gotta tell him to shut up and dribble. If he tweets "Stop Asian Hate," then you could tell LeBron shut up and dribble.
Yeah.
Because we know what you really about.
Because China said that shit and you did. China said shut up and dribble, and you were like, yeah, you got that.
You right.
Yeah. You right.
Yeah.
What were you about to say?
Now, did you see when one of Biden's like cabinet people accidentally called Taiwan a country? Like he sent out like an official like press email or something and recognized Taiwan as like a nation, because apparently the U.S., despite having a relationship, doesn't recognize it as a country.
And that's the agreement with China.
Right.
We're going to protect you. We're not going to let anybody in, but we're not going to give you a seat at the UN table, and we're not going to really call you a country.
Yeah, exactly. So he accidentally did it. I think he was like, it might have been like the foreign press secretary or something.
Okay.
He accidentally put out a statement being like, Taiwan, the country, blah, blah, blah. And then they had to rescind it and be like, oh, it was a formatting issue. Typo.
Pussy. Pussy.
But like,
all because they make shirts, bruh? Why are we so afraid of China, bruh?
I don't
get
know.
this shit, bruh.
You could take everything to India. You're good.
Wear the same shit you got for 1 year. Wear the same clothes you got
I've
for
been
1 year.
doing that. I've been on that.
Akaash is so
I'm
pro-India.
pro-America out this bitch,
pro
yo.
India,
I'm pro-India too. I love India.
Yo.
Bro. Let's fucking go,
India.
dude.
Yeah.
Let's fucking
Dove is all
go,
about it.
Country to
man.
country.
That was all about it. Yeah. They're wilding a little bit, but not like China.
Seriously, yo, I almost said, you know what? I'm not eating Chinese food no more. And I was like, I see where this Asian hate starts from. Keep eating Chinese food. I'm going to Mr. Chow this weekend. We fuck with our American Chinese people, man. Our Chinese Americans. We love you, but Chinese government, go fuck off, bro. And I'm being complete Hippocrates.
Why is it Hippocrates?
Well, because they're just doing what America does.
Oh, yeah.
But this is what team I'm on, so we the bad guys of the world, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're invested.
I'm invested.
Yeah.
I'm a shareholder of America.
You are a shareholder of America.
That's facts,
Yo,
Yeah.
you an early investor in
That's
this bitch.
right, bro. Look at this skin. I'm in here from the jump.
Yeah.
You know the Walking Dead dude, Stephen Yeun?
Yeah.
He is the first male actor nominated for an Academy Award for this
For
movie.
Asian American male? or-
Asian American male, Minari. So go shout out to Steve Yeun from Walking Dead.
Really?
Is he a sex symbol? Poor guy. You know what I mean? They
Nah,
tried.
but that motherfucker from Crazy Rich Asians,
Oh, he
that
fine.
kid kind of handsome.
Oh yeah.
That guy
My man
kind
got
of
it.
handsome.
Yo, he got the juice.
He does got the
Yo,
juice.
low key, those K-pop kids might be the first like true Asian sex symbol.
Oh,
in America.
BTS?
Yeah, they might be the first true Asian sex symbol.
You think girls want to fuck them?
I
though?
thought they were girls.
I don't know, but I see them on TikTok.
They're
and I-
they're men.
Yeah, they're men, dogs, I guess, but like they look so effeminate.
Yeah,
right?
bro.
Yeah.
Nah, you're talking to Henry
They're
Golding from Crazy Rich Asians.
And Henry
Good-looking
Golding.
dude. He's in
He a
Bad
piece.
Boys 3 as well.
Yeah,
That's a good-looking dude.
That's a handsome ass
Yeah.
Asian
Yeah.
dude right there.
Yeah.
Super piece right there.
Yo, super piece. Yo.
Super piece, dude.
Super piece. He
He's
bringing Asian
talking to
dudes
my
up.
girl, bro.
That's a problem.
I gotta create a little distance, dude.
Yeah.
6 feet, bro, because
Yeah.
of what y'all started. Asians, we love y'all, man. We love y'all. Yo, you want to run us through some feelings?
do
no
bathroom
facts?
first?
Yeah. How about this? We take a little piss, run through some feelings, no facts.
Love it.
All right, and we're back for some feelings, no facts. Talk to us. What do we got?
All right, we got a bunch. We're gonna rifle through. Ready?
Go.
Go.
Khabib officially retires.
Knew it.
He already did that.
Yeah.
Boom.
Dana White just acknowledged it officially.
Yeah. He gave up.
He gave him the Taiwan treatment.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we'll acknowledge
100%.
your
You know
retirement.
how undefeated you got to be to beat Dana White? Like, he gives up. He's like, yo, I tap out. I submit.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah. Dana didn't accept the breakup, man.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Like,
Because he knew.
yeah.
This guy's the best.
Nah, but like dedicated ass dudes, like if you're religious and you say you're
Yeah.
not gonna do some shit,
That's the thing.
you're just not gonna do it. Like
Yeah.
anybody else that retires that's not religious, I go, you don't have the discipline.
Yeah.
Money's gonna make you come back. The fame's gonna make you come back. That motherfucker wants to go to heaven.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So all this money and shit is cute. I think he still lives in Dagestan.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
What is
Yeah.
he gonna do? Bro, that's Bitcoin. He
that?
took Bitcoin. He took UFC money to Dagestan.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's gonna be the
He-
richest guy in Dagestan.
You
He's
better be
Dogecoin.
nice. Yeah.
Dogecoin or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
yeah.
Nah, I think he's retired. I think it's good. I think you got to open up the game. Sometimes when people are too dominant, shit gets boring.
Yeah.
You know. By the way, I saw a UFC/boxing
yeah.
match this weekend. I saw UFC for the first time live. I've never
Yeah.
been in person watching it. And granted, like we were up close, so maybe that changes things if you're far away. But because it was inside this conference center, like in a hotel, so everybody was intimately there. It was by far the most exciting thing I've ever seen live.
Really?
And
Really?
it's not even close. These are amateur guys, right? And no, sorry, not amateur guys. These are like professional, but this is lower tier professional, right? This is not UFC. This
How
is
far
not
would they
one
be from
championship.
UFC?
No clue.
Okay.
No disrespect to any of these guys, but it seemed like they were at least in age much younger. Like this is on a come up type thing. And this was the most fucking exciting thing I've ever seen live. The most exciting live event I've ever seen. Unbelievable levels of excitement.
Really?
Someone gets choked out. You're seeing them get choked. I would think the ground and pound stuff was going to be boring live.
yeah.
It's not, because you see them actually jockeying for position and how much effort goes into just holding someone down.
Right.
How much effort goes into holding somebody's wrists and shit, getting back up. After watching it live, there's no question why it surpassed boxing as the most entertaining and I guess most lucrative fight sport. Not for the athletes, but for the promoters. But I mean, it was just like unbelievable. I could watch people whose names I did not know. I didn't know a single person on the card, and I was so thoroughly entertained. I literally said, "I want to stay for one."
Yeah.
We stayed for the rest of them.
Wow.
I wanted to stay for one. We stayed for the rest of the fights. Because we were there to watch a boxer. The guy that trains me, Donato, had a boxer fight that night. We literally got there as he was receiving his trophy for winning the fight. I felt horrible. But I felt bad.
Did you make him late?
Huh?
Did you make him late?
Did I make him late?
Were you
Donato,
late
did you go with Donato or you? No, Donato's training, right?
He was training him. He was already there. That would be hilarious. But yeah, and then we stayed for the UFC fight. I'm telling you, next time there's one of these local fights, we should all go.
I'm in.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
And to have that level of fun without that level of
Stakes.
I don't want to say this is a disrespectful thing, but like talent, like who knows? These guys could go on to be the most talented ever, but at that level, at that tier, like watching AAA baseball probably isn't that fun.
Right.
Maybe it is. I don't know. I've never done it, but like watching G League basketball, not that fun.
You got to care about basketball.
You got to really care. Like
Right.
even watching the NCAA shit, like you got to care about the team. Like some of the games get exciting and that kind of stuff, but I'm not a big college basketball fan.
Yeah.
But watching guys you don't even know their names and it's still the most fun. It's a bar fight, dude.
Yeah.
There's something primal about it. It just taps into it.
Can't look away.
What's that? You just can't look away, man.
Did you go?
Would you go to the?
I've been a UFC thing. That's the best.
It's the best. Really?
Unbelievable.
Well,
Next
you've
time
also
there's a fight in town, we're all going.
well, you've been to
100%.
Floyd fights.
Akash will probably bail.
Yeah. I'll be out of town, but
what do we do at the fight? You know what I mean? Like, what is there even to do?
it just
Like,
seems a little dangerous.
yeah,
you know?
like we're all sitting around doing nothing.
But you've been to a Floyd fight,
Yeah.
so that's where I'm like, oh, you've seen the best of the best
Yes.
in boxing.
Yes.
At the highest stakes.
And it can be boring.
yeah. Huh.
And it can be boring. It can be boring. Sometimes the best of the best, they neutralize each other's skills, and it's not as exciting as seeing lower tier guys who are just wailing on each other.
Right.
Dude, a bar fight between two guys who don't know how to fight is
Yeah.
ending up in a knockout.
Yeah, Floyd
true.
versus Pacquiao was like, oh, yeah,
It can be whatever.
tactical.
When Floyd was coming up and just knocking these guys' fucking heads off of their shoulders,
Yeah.
it was unbelievably entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Would you see a bare knuckle fight?
yeah, that's crazy, though.
Yeah.
That is
That's
that
like
might be too
barbaric.
intense. Yeah,
They do them down
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I know a place like probably an hour north.
Really?
Yeah, where they do them. I had a friend that went to one.
Yeah, we might need
let's
to go
go.
to that. Yeah, we might need to go to that.
Yeah.
We might need to go.
You remember that night in college where you threw a? I think we all did. We threw a little boxing match in front
yeah.
of
We
the
got-
house.
Oh,
No
We had a little
headgear,
fight.
no
Yeah,
mouthpiece. Guys off the street could come up, put on some
fight.
gloves.
Fight club.
And there was on this fight club. Cops were watching across the street, but they were on private property, and people were and friends would go up against each other until they knocked the shit out of each
No
other. It was
ring, just a
unbelievable.
human ring. It was a human circle.
Wow.
We were just pushing back in. It was proper fight club.
you had gloves though.
Yeah, gloves.
Gloves.
Yeah.
No mouthpiece. 1 a.m.
Just wearing street clothes.
That's it.
Where
But
this
they're
is-
drunk. That's their protection. They
That's smart.
no waivers or nothing. Off the
right.
cup.
That was great.
Did you fight?
Nah, I was the ref.
Attaboy. Attaboy.
That's smart.
All right, what else we got?
All right, Biden falls climbing the steps of Air Force One.
Yo, son, you know what sucks is that he can't even fall.
Wait, what
Like stairs are tough, yo. Like I fall on stairs once a week, probably. Like all the time, I fall on stairs.
Yeah.
Right. But the fact that it's been ingrained in us that he's getting old and decrepit, and
Yeah.
he can't finish sentences, and he can't walk, and he's breaking his foot left and right.
Yeah.
Now, anytime he does fall, we're like, oh, see, can't be president.
It's not just ingrained though. We have seen all these things. Like they're
Yeah,
not
he's
like
a fucking corpse, bro. Let's be honest. But it also sucks because sometimes he might have just tripped. Bro, I fall all the time.
So I saw the video. I thought, assuming it was just one trip, everybody's making a big deal about it. But that second and third time was just painful.
Yeah,
to watch,
that's when it
dog.
was rough.
and then he
I was
tried to
like,
like run up the
sad
stairs
to-
after
yeah,
that.
But that's
man.
his thing, you know. That
And
like
then he saluted
inauguration,
extra
he's
hard.
always running out. He's doing these little baby jogs, like to show people he's in physical condition. Remember the inauguration, and we're like,
No, that shit was
Slow
fire
down.
at the inauguration because we were like, he's dead, and then he came out there
jogging.
like it was WWE.
You got the video out? Are you bringing up the video?
Yeah, the best part is when he hits the salute at the end.
The salute is
mad hard.
Yeah,
a good salute.
it was a great
form.
salute.
Dude, no, that's
Overcompensating.
fucked up, bro. That there's a little part of you though is like you can't make mistakes. You know, like when you're a TV presenter. All right, here he goes.
A fast walk up there. Oh,
One.
Oh, here we go. Oh, oh no. Oh no.
That's the rough one. That
Yeah.
last one.
Yeah, you felt that on the knee. He
Yeah.
rubs it.
Yeah, that was.
And,
pretty
he's a definite slowdown. And then let's get to that salute.
Yeah.
You know he knows he's about to go too.
Oh,
That
he's not gonna
left-handed
fall
ready.
again. Oh no. Oh
Yeah,
no.
bop.
Oh, my,
Oh, poor fucking guy.
jeez.
And that's gonna be black and blue for 6 years. Like old people fall, that shit never heals. Yeah. So this what sucks is that like, if he's just your uncle, your grandpa.
You saw a little
Killed that
limp.
salute.
Little limp. Look.
Oh,
yeah, he got a little left.
That's Al when he was doing the tightrope.
Oh yeah, slam his thigh. If he's just your uncle, your grandpa, right? And he falls, you feel bad and it's adorable. But when he's the guy who is the face of the country, you can't be fucking up, bro.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a host of a show, you can't be fucking up the prompter reads.
Yeah.
Your job is to read the fucking prompter. He's not making no decisions. You got a whole group of motherfuckers that make all the real decisions. Your job is to be the face of the country.
Also,
okay?
why are they doing stairs still though? Right? Like,
Think of
why are they
that
doing
too.
stairs?
Most
Like,
advanced plane in the world.
most advanced plane in the world. He's the president of the United States.
Have
of
an
America.
escalator.
Escalator. Get the sky bridge. We have
What's the
sky
sky
bridges.
bridge?
That's where you get the
tunnel you walk in
plane.
through when you get from the airport to the plane. You walk through a little tunnel.
You don't take
Yeah,
stairs.
because they don't use the airport, dogs.
But I'm saying
They
they
use
should.
a fucking airplane hangar.
You got to get something different.
No, they use like
Get him one of
army
those
bases
seats.
around the world. This is ceremonial, red carpet thing, but there should be a cool version. Like it's
Nah,
just
get-
a pod brings them up.
We're not gonna do this.
You know
We're not
that
gonna
seat you put
make-
on the stairs, the
arguments.
old people
Yeah.
ride up?
The
How
hover up.
fire would
It's
that
the
be?
hover up, bro.
See Joe
And
Biden.
him, the old man up the stairs.
Stair
seat.
buddy.
Son.
Yeah.
They need the little elevator like in a concert when the motherfucker just comes out from underneath.
Yeah.
Oh,
like that's
Kevin
type of
Hart
With
shit.
the
shit.
fucking pyro.
Hey.
Fire.
With the
China
pyro.
taking over, yo. China taking over. God, there's a 1,000-year-old Chinese person right now running the stairs in the park. Okay, and our fucking president can't even make it up the stairs.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yo,
Yeah, that's a bad look.
Bitcoin. Gotta win.
I think we gotta get him out of here. Kamala gotta walk up some stairs.
Carry
bro.
him up there.
She gotta go full heels.
She could carry him.
She could probably carry him.
Yeah.
Now Kamala's Asian, by the way. Have you seen that? They're calling her Asian now.
Boy.
Hey,
I mean, I guess.
lean it.
You know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I got thoughts. You know what I mean?
what are your thoughts?
I just
bro?
think she just became Asian at a very convenient time when she needs
Yeah.
votes, and then when there's
Convenient. That's what you guys. Oh.
maybe she is.
That was good.
Very convenient.
That was good.
So you think she became Asian at a
I
convenient
just didn't
time?
ever hear her talking about it. I always heard her saying she was black, and then all of a sudden around election time, and then all my dork Indian liberal friends are like, "We have an Indian woman president." I'm like, no, we don't.
Yeah, and now she went from Indian to Asian, which
yeah.
is true, but
It's
nobody
true,
refers
but
to Indians as
we
Asian.
don't do that.
Yeah,
Stop Asian hate against me. No, I'm good.
yeah.
Nobody blaming me for Corona.
He wants the Chinese business to come to India.
I truly do.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right, what else we got?
All right, what do you want to go to? You want to go to Quavo Saweetie or this Catholic headmaster making the kid kneel?
We could talk to Quavo and Saweetie.
Okay.
All right, so Quavo and Saweetie broke up at
Yeah.
37. I don't know why I'm even saying that sentence.
Yeah, I know.
But I thought there was something funny about this
Yeah.
that we should discuss. Who cares a fuck about Quavo and Saweetie's relationship? But he did repo her car. So he bought her a car, I guess, or was leasing the car, and then took it back when they weren't together anymore, which I think is fire. But what is interesting is, do you get the ring back if you're get divorced?
Nope. So that rule is if you give it on a holiday, it's considered a gift and you can't get it back. Same thing is going to happen with the car. She will be able to sue him because that was a Christmas present.
What?
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yeah. If you give anything on a holiday, it's a gift and it's no longer your
But
problem.
not the payments on it aren't.
It doesn't matter. The car, that was a gift.
All right, well, she gotta do the
so
payments.
she'll just have to take over the payments, yeah.
And
But
I guess he said, I'm not paying for it no more. So the repo people were like, all right.
I don't think they gave her an opportunity.
Yeah, you got to
take
give her a
over the
chance to
payment.
pay it.
Yeah,
So the lesson is, if you're gonna give your girl a gift, do it not on a holiday.
correct.
That's a valuable
Holy
lesson.
Shit. Now, what holiday matters? Could it be like some random Jew holiday? And could they be like, yes, it was fucking Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah.
Could
Hanukkah,
they say
8
that?
days. You got to wait a long time. She could claim Hanukkah for 8 days.
National Donut Day.
Yeah.
Every day's a holiday somewhere.
That's
Exactly,
true.
yeah.
That's true.
Oh my God. Okay.
Can I ask you a question about this Quavo Saweetie thing? She broke up with him because he cheated. What do you expect when you date Quavo and he gives you a motherfucking Bentley?
Yeah.
I mean, like, come on, yo. You're very demanding.
Okay. Here's a question I got.
Mm-hmm.
What if you propose, but then you guys don't make it to the wedding? It seems like I'm asking this about me. I'm not. We had friends in town this weekend, and the guy had proposed to a girl, and then they broke it off before the wedding.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the girl and her family still want to keep the ring.
You can pay me for it.
Well, here's the thing. So they leveraged the deposits they made on the things for the wedding
Yeah.
to get the ring back.
Oh, that's fair. So she bought it back from him, basically, right?
Yeah, I guess she's like, well, you don't have to pay us for like the deposits that we put down on the wedding, but it was their job to pay for the wedding anyway.
Oh, interesting.
I just think, okay, let's remove that from it. Like, if you propose with a ring, but you don't get married, you get the ring back.
Yeah.
The ring is not really it's like we're getting married, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a here's this thing and then that's done.
Yeah.
It's a here's this placeholder until we're married. If we don't get married, then the ring comes back.
Yeah.
As long as you don't do it on a holiday.
But the holiday shit, they can prove that it was
a gift.
But not if you propose. Like, I'm giving you this not because of this holiday.
Still a gift.
Are you
She
fucking
can
kidding?
claim that it was a gift.
Are you fucking kidding?
Yeah. Trust me, I looked that one up.
So I gotta go Mosinite, bro.
Yo, Al.
Get that Mosinite. You go, yeah, take it, keep it. That's a little ring pop. Huh?
That is actually genius if you go Mosinite, because the resale value, the real difference is just resale value.
Yeah, don't sell it.
And you're not supposed to sell it. So if you want to propose, you should do it with a lab diamond, because the value exists on the purchase, but not on the resale.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That is so much better. It's actually built perfect for proposals because it's only valuable while it's on your finger. The second it leaves your finger, it has not even close to the level of value.
There you go.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
What a beautifully designed stone. A stone that loses its value as the promise that you guys made to each other
Also
is
loses
broken.
value.
Yes.
Your value, y'all's value decreases, so does the ring.
Fuck diamonds.
Yeah.
100%.
Wow.
Lab grown, yo.
That's the trick.
Lab grown.
Holy
Don't let
shit.
these girls get you down. And you lie to them. Tell them it's a real diamond.
Oh shit.
That's double paying. She goes, no, I'm keeping it. And then she goes, tries to pawn it off. And
Yeah.
That's kind of fire.
yeah, that's
I'm gonna start with my replica car and then work myself up to a nice replica diamond.
That's the move.
yeah. That's gift everything in replicas, because then if they try to sell it, they'll be like, that's what you get.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, that's what you get for trying to sell it.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, this has been another episode of Flagrant 2. We love you. We appreciate you. And we'll be on patreon.com/flagrant2 this Friday, like we are every single Friday, with a brand new fucking episode of hilarity. We will see you over there. I mean, it's only the biggest comedy Patreon in the world. No big fucking deal. But if you guys want to see why that is, you might want to come on over and experience it. We love you. We appreciate you. I'll say that again. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for spreading the word. We hope you're getting a lot of value out of these podcasts that we've been putting out. We've been having some fun, having some cool guests. So I'm glad to see you guys enjoying that. And we got more coming in the future. So stay tuned. Very exciting. Keep spreading the word. Keep spreading the flagrancy. We'll see you over there on Patreon. If not, we'll see you next Tuesday. Peace.
God bless.